That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, I'm bringing you live from the earth. This is the most badass, the original drama cast. Stop the point. I'm here with Jenny. Verse was supposed to be here, but he's appeared not to have shown up. Maybe he'll pop in later. Hello, Jenny. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, man?
Great. Let's cut the music, get right into it. I'm gonna disappoint you all. I'm not doing the Tommy C bit today. I'm just gonna let you know exactly what's going on. I've been down this route with Baited before. I certainly made a mistake. So I'm not going to hand Keem the rope this time so I can hang myself with it. I'm just gonna tell you how the system works, what you're hearing, and just let you, like, I'm not going point for point with Boogie. Boogie's a red herring. Boogie's like, I'm not even mad at him. Like, a lot of you guys were writing me like, oh, you're saying all these bad things about you. I honestly think Keem could get Boogie to, walk in front of a train at this point. So I'm not even like mildly offended. So let me start off by saying this. I'm not a victim at all. I got into this knowing that it would fall apart. I got into this knowing it would be crazy. And I got into this pretty much aware that I'd be at this point at some point. How did I know this? A, I've been through it before. B, I watched one guy get fired after another. I'll also explain to you in this episode why I haven't been fired yet, because it's just simply logical, isn't it? So there's nothing to predict. We all knew. Like, I got into this. I got into podcasts with Keemstar. He can't keep a podcast together except if there's a multi-millionaire, like guy worth anywhere between $10 and $100 million, because he can't poke him around. I mean, what's he going to do? Tell Face Banks he need to make shorts? It's not happening. That's the only one that was stable. Let me explain to you how this works. First of all, Nick recommended me to do this fantastic idea, and it was everything I thought it would be and more. I talked to Keem. Keem said, I want you to really, really needle these guys. And I'm going to put you in a chat. And then I saw Games Attorney, not the Games Attorney, Games Attorney in there. And I just assumed that they were, you got probably watched the Turkey Tom video. I assumed he was like a manager of some kind. He was through Keem, only to find a month later, that Keem had, it actually was a couple months later, because I went in. The first thing we recorded was around this time of year last year, 1 year ago, and you guys didn't get to see it till October. And Keem calls me and he says, this guy, I have no idea who he is. I'm like, well, how'd he get in there? Like, well, he's friends with Wings. Like, well, he's running everything. He's like, yeah, I know. I think I'm out of this project because I don't know who this guy is. And I thought, oh, that's how this is going to roll. That's how this thing's going to go. So it's going to be typical Keem management. Come in the room, go, you, go, and then bounce. And when nothing gets done right, it'll be either just yell some more, all right, I suppose. And I'm like, oh, that's what it is, right? So right there and then, and me and Wings, we talked about, hoping, like, I think the hope was 2 years. That, we get as much out of as can. And it's been, thank you, Alpha Rutch. It's been amazing. It's been fun. A lot of crazy stuff has happened. I don't regret doing it whatsoever. I don't know if I do it again. I think I've had enough. I have not quit. I have no plans to quit. And that's how it starts. So I knew this thing would wear out. Then I started seeing, D-Max getting moved, Connor getting fired. And then, I was tipped off. I was supposed to be fired a couple back in December. I was warned about it. So it's just, this is the way Keem operates. What he does is he sees what you guys write in the chat. And if there's a certain amount of complaints, then he tries to react to it. The podcast was never going to settle and kind of become its own thing. And when he asked me to be on, he told me he was just trying to get the whole thing rolling for Boogie and Wings. Then I find out he's taking a cut. Well, why can't he take a cut? Because, well, it's his idea. Everything has been produced by him. We wouldn't get off the ground something like this if it had not been for him. he comes in and takes a cut. So it's constantly changing. And the chaos that you saw in the beginning was something I totally expected. And what happens is Keem kind of zeroes in on somebody, makes them the enemy. They get rid of them. I'll read all these at the end, by the way. Makes them the enemy, and then just picks 1-1-1. I was in focus, then it went back to Connor, then it went to D-Max, then it's just the way it goes. It's complete and total chaos. Again, I'm not a victim. I knew that's the way it was going to be. I know, look, I was in the Army. I know what leadership looks like. He doesn't have it. Keem is a fantastic performer, and he's an idea guy. But as far as any kind of management's concerned, he's completely incompetent in that area. Okay, buddy. You throw in Wings and Boogie, who are not the most stable guys on the planet, you have complete and utter and total chaos. So that's what I signed up for. I'm not a victim. Now you're asking yourself, why haven't you been fired yet? This is where the bullshit comes in. The reason I haven't been fired yet is because of all the bullshit you've heard. Let me explain what LOLCOW Live is and how I relate to it. First of all, I am not an employee of Keem LLC. Never have been. I receive a check through PayPal, and it's up to me to declare in Germany. There are no shares, despite what you hear. I have nothing in my possession written down saying I have so-and-so shares of this project. None. It's never existed. I simply get a cut, a 25% cut of whatever money comes into the show. That's it. That's what I signed for. And it's good extra money. Like for a part-time job, it's like fantastic. There are no shares. There is no 25% ownership. I own nothing. I have nothing in my name, and nor does any of those other guys have anything in their name that says they own anything. Keem owns the show, lock, stock, and barrel. And that's why I haven't been fired yet. Because it blows up the shares narrative, the 25% ownership, and the stuff that we all have to agree before something's done, like somebody's fired. Connor got fired. I was against it. That's it. The Pooled Pensers got canned last night because he found something to fire him with over even though we actually absolutely needed him to make thumbnails and stuff. When I was in a meeting with Boogie and Wings, they both wanted to keep him. We both decided we wanted to keep him. So he was just fired yesterday unilaterally. Everything that's been done, every change that is made has been unilateral by Keem. Therefore, he owns the podcast. Lock, stock, and barrel. That's it. There's no shares. It's a myth. There are no 25% ownership. It's a myth. How can I prove that? Everything that has been done, every change that has been made has been unilateral. I'm not complaining about this. I knew this and sort of rolled my eyes when the fans, who are really just kind of like last time, the fans are getting fucked. I mean, you guys are getting screwed. I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting me the way you are. It's been hysterical. Hysterical. Now, I'll go on to what happened last night. On Thursday, we'll just go back to, I guess now we'll go to the NDA. Okay. So my thing before I left was there is a line. The NDA was a line. And the NDA was also a kind of a beginning of the end thing for me too, because first of all, there's no apparatus in the United States, in Germany, that can keep me from talking about my salary, even though I never did. And I actually can pull up a tweet. Keem eventually admitted that I had never said anything to anybody about, and I can show all this stuff. Also, I'd be releasing the entire NDA, so there's no confusion whatsoever. And all you commentators can do whatever you see fit with it. I don't care. I'm not going over that either. I'm not going point by point. I'm not doing any of those things. You guys can have whatever you like. And when I was called a liar about the NDA being open-ended, the solution to that would be release the NDA. He didn't do it. There's a reason for it, because it's all over the place. I'm not a lawyer. I can't dissect it. I'm just going to let the commentary community do it. All right. So that this point, bitch. Any confusion about what I make, it's anywhere between, depending on the month, $18 to $2,000 a month. And I could be a little confused because dollars get transferred to euros, and then obviously dollars are a little less. All right. That's it. That's all it's ever been. That's all I've been. Now I have a lot more coming into me now, maybe, but that's the way it works. That's the way it works. There is no shares. There is no 25% ownership. Nobody could ever produce the thing. It's like, I have 25% ownership of this. I've never signed anything. I've got nothing with my name on it. I'm not an employee. Nothing. If anything, I'm just a contractor without a contract. That's it. I'm paid for being a personality on LOLCOW Live. That's it. Originally, it was going to be a podcast. I'm pretty sure, and I was told that Keem didn't want to. I was told by Keem he didn't want to do it, and then all of a sudden he started doing live streams, and I think that was because the LOLCOW label, which I wasn't afraid of whatsoever. I absolutely care less if somebody calls me a LOLCOW. I just don't care. I'm here to entertain and get paid for it. That's it. That's all. That's what I do. That's what I was hired to do. There's nothing there. Quit. No. Why quit? I'm having this is exactly what I expected. This is exactly what I expected. This is exactly what I got. This is exactly how I wanted to go. So that's where I stand. So I'm going to have to be fired. I'm not quitting. Why quit? I enjoy it. I'm not even mad. One of the reasons I've done 2 streams since I've gotten home. The only reason I didn't do it because I thought it would be good for LOLCOW and go on about the NDA. But when that didn't seem to go their way, then Boogie kind of went on and did a stream by himself. Or did he? Because I don't think that's the case. All right. The other thing about why didn't I go on yesterday? We had people over here. I can't be screaming and shouting. And I find it a bit of a coincidence. When I was told that I couldn't do Saturday, that's when I started hearing about the stream. So on Thursday, me, Boogie, and Wings went. I told them we had plenty to talk about. Their biggest concern, both of them at the time, was we didn't want to just wing it. We wanted to have a plan. We wouldn't just want to go scroll down with the docket. And everything was agreed to. We also agreed that Pool and Pencil should be kept because who's going to make the thumbnails? Who's going to come up with all this stuff? Pool and Pencils, now it's me, was that target that Keem has, that Chupacabra had, that Connor had. So it moved to Polar Pencil. He clipped him yesterday. Now it's going to be on me, which I eventually knew it would be. And at times that you don't know about, it was on me as well. So the only thing is you can get rid of me. You can't really get rid of the 2 stars. The 2 stars are Boogie and Wings. So this conversation ended 100% amicable. We were good. And I was told we're going to start Tuesday. I was like, great. As soon as I hear it's Tuesday, I make my schedule. All right? That's it. Then Keem, it was repeated what was discussed in that chat. Keem said, you're not going to make enough money doing just 1 stream a week, which he's right. He's 100% correct. And that's when Boogie and Wings started to they seemed, from what I could see, started to panic. And then let's do one now. Let's do this. So all the things we talked about, not just going on and winging it, just got thrown completely out the window. I said, well, look, I can't do this now, but we should get back into a meeting, right? And then do it. Don't just turn it on and go. Let's get back into a meeting and rearrange the schedule. Okay, we're going to do 2 a week now. That's when me and Wings are going back and forth. That's when I saw the LOLCOW live tweet. These guys can't even put it together. And I'm like, oh, this is a work. Keem doesn't want me on LOLCOW talking about stuff like this. He doesn't want me to say that the whole thing is his project, his alone, his management, and he pays. He is the boss. I think that Wings and Boogie, even though they probably don't know what shares are, they don't know what part ownership is, they actually believe this stuff, but they don't own anything. And they couldn't produce any paperwork to say otherwise. Keem owns this thing lock, stock, and barrel. And that's why I haven't been fired as of yet. Because once he fires me, then everything you heard about shares and money is bullshit. It's just complete and total horseshit. It's done. It's finished. You've been lied to about the situation before. And I think he kind of thinks he still has a ton of 13-year-old fans that can be told about NDAs and told about this and told about that, and they'll just kind of buy it, but they don't. Like, most of our fans are in their 20s and 30s, and a handful of guys in their 40s. That's why nobody bought this NDA stuff to begin with. I mean, if you think I'm giving Keemstar my address, you're nuts. My name wasn't even spelled right. By the way, my name's not actually Tommy. Would you believe that?
Yeah. You had a jersey. Yeah, you weren't allowed to have a jersey once.
It's Thomas. My name's not actually Callan. It's Callanan. I mean, it wasn't the most professional thing I've seen. So when the NDA came in, I was like, no, this is where I draw the line. And I didn't draw the line because he couldn't hold it against me legally. He can't. We're in different countries. But if I sign it, I'll be immediately, within a week or two, I'll be in violation of it. And then he can sell that to you. Everything's about selling to you. Everything. Bringing Boogie back after he said he couldn't be fired, and then he was fired. And then they had a bunch of polls. Hey, he tattooed himself. Once he felt comfortable with the poll being what it was, that's when he brought Boogie back. That's what this show is. It's nothing more or nothing less than that. That's what it is. That's why I was being pulled constantly. When I fall below 50, I'm gone. Then they can justify firing me. They don't need agreement from Boogie and Wings. They just need Keem. What's your proof? Connor, Tupa, all those guys. Pulled pencils. None of our input has ever been respected. This is Keem's thing, and it's okay. It's okay. I knew it was Keem's thing. I would just roll my eyes and pretend that it wasn't. There's nothing there. Some of the other things that came up, somebody wanted to know why I wanted to record the conversation between Keem. Well, that's real simple. When I came back, I said, we're going to discuss the NDA. I want it recorded. You're welcome to record on your end. The reason I wanted that recorded, and I don't want every single meeting recorded like was said on the show. That's not true at all. I didn't record the meeting between Boogie and Wings. So there's no reason to. Is because I was going to refuse to sign the NDA, and I was pretty sure he was going to go to the public and say I quit. So, no. Then I could say, no, I didn't quit. I just won't sign the NDA. And that's really, I think, what this comes down to, to a certain extent. The NDA is meaningless for anything in reality. I think he just wants me kind of like Boogie and Wings and kind of clinging for the money. No. I'm not in that bad a shape, first of all. Second of all, I'm not going to demean myself that way. That's utterly ridiculous. And the NDA is completely unenforceable. But in a public relations perspective, it is. So if I sign it, I'm just in violation of the NDA. Or if you want to stay on, I could find you in violation of the NDA, or you could do this, which was never going to happen. It's never going to happen. So no, I'm going to sign the NDA, and I'm ready to work. There you go. That's it. That's really all there is to it. So Keem is more than welcome to fire me. Right after I found out, when I saw that tweet, these guys can't even put the whole thing together. I mean, you guys know I can put a stream together on LOLCOW. I've done it 2 or 3 times already. I did the whole month Keem is gone. And at the time, I thought that Boogie wasn't working with Keem to do this stunt because he was always, like I said, our last conversation was really cordial. Everybody agreed on the note. Wings was a little nervous when Keem said, you need to stream more than one. And I don't know what I'm between that. But as soon as I said, look, I can't do anything Sunday, that's when I'm streaming in an hour, or I'm streaming in 2 hours, or whatever it said at the time. And then I thought that was legitimate, that Boogie was panicking and all I had to do was talk to him. So I deleted the stream. And then I lost my perms for LOLCOW. So now I can no longer stream. And I don't think the point was ever to get me on again. They knew I couldn't do it. I couldn't start, carrying on and screaming and yelling a situation. I made my plans on Thursday. It just wasn't a possibility. I'm not going to sit there and yell the place up and wake at everybody when I said that I was off this weekend and that we start Tuesday. But I think Wings was gassed up and Boogie got talked into doing some fake drama. That's what I think happened. I don't have any proof of that, but that's pretty much what I think. The whole thing looks staged. That's one of the things you guys have a kind of a problem with. I have a problem too. I have a problem being accused of it because I've never been a part of any kind of work. And what I saw last night, the little that I watched, it was just a complete work. When the polls kind of went my way, you started seeing stuff like this. And this is my favorite.
Like all these commentary nerds are like saying, oh, Bait It 2.0, Bait It 2.0. And then after the end of Bait It, Tommy literally went on his stream and would just lie over and over and over again about me. At one point, he was telling everyone that I had kilos of coke in my house around my daughter and everything else, like trying to get my kid taken away. Like it was a whole fucking fiasco. That guy just makes up shit all the time.
Yeah, that would be pretty easy to prove if I did that because I haven't deleted any streams in the last 8 years. But Wings brings up a good question.
Let me ask you a question. Like, why did you? Because you handpicked Tommy to be the third host. Why did you go back to him if he had all these issues?
It's Nick's fault. It's not my management's fault. It's not that I had my eye on the ball. It's not that I'm not all over the place. I'm more interested in moving the chessboard pieces on the chessboard. It's Nick's fault, who doesn't own the podcast and has never made a dime from the podcast. That he brought this guy that, like, I don't know, even if Nick recommended, wouldn't you say, that guy accused me of having kilos of cocaine and tried to get my daughter taken away, which never happened, of course. Like, it's ridiculous. I did, in our baited, like, final battle, so to speak, we did start mudslinging at each other. I did mention a conversation that actually happened. He said something about going to MLG stuff and doing a little coke, and I did use that against him, but I never said he had kilos of cocaine. And I also did an act where I pretended I was Keem and started coughing up blood, and it was completely satirical. It really wasn't Keem, it was me. And I started calling for his ex-wife. I'd start yelling, Melissa, help, or some shit like that. That's true, but I've never accused him of having kilos of cocaine. But I'm not going to address every one of these things because it's ridiculous. And most of you guys really understand what it's about. Let me hear the rest of this, though.
I tried to get Nicholas Diorio to come and be the third host,
That's
right?
true.
Which he's been hating on the show ever since. And I don't know why, because the show's been wildly successful and he's reacted to it and made all kinds of content off of it. Like, Nick's literally just a hater. He even said in the show, in the chat on this show, he goes, I'm glad I passed on this. I'm like, okay, good. You guys, these guys have been constantly talking shit.
And let me tell you something else Nick and Willie Mack passed on. And look, I had nothing to lose. I think they saw themselves. Keem offered both of them six-figure salaries to do Drama Alert. They both turned it down because they know what it was going to be like working for him. I knew what it was like me working. I was like, I can handle it. And I'll handle it right until the wave rides off. And I still am. This is what it's like working for him. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm a victim, and I'm not saying we're a toxic work environment or anything. Like, this is it. You've seen it real time. You see all these guys getting fired. You see the chess pieces getting moved all the time. That's just what it is. I was all for it. I think it made it more LOLCOW-y, so to speak. But I knew one day that target was going to be on me eventually. And the problem he ran into was you guys like me. He can fire me right now. Right now. He just doesn't want you to turn on the show. And in fairness, Boogie and Wings want to keep the thing going because $2,000 a month is pretty good extra for the amount of work that we do. It's fucking excellent. It's a good time and it's fun and it's funny. And they want to keep that together. They probably want to get rid of me and then hope that Keem does all the streams after that. Which, by the way, he can do right now. I couldn't stream now if I wanted to. He could do it right now. That's it. That's all there is to it. This is Keem continuing his lack of success of being able to keep a podcast together. You know, YouTube's a lot different than being on, like, YouTube is between you and me. Team stuff is a whole different ball of wax. And as good a creator as he is, as fantastic as he's been, that's the part where he can't manage. And if his situation, the only thing would ever work is if somebody was like on his financial level. Like Face Banks. That's it. It's his mom's basement. Everything else is broken up or fall apart and will continue. He will never be able to put a cut. The Keemstar, he will never be able to do it. I remember watching Salvo freak out and go after him and call him all sorts of names and get back and forth. Like, nah, man, you're going to end up just like I did. But this time, so why'd you go back? Well, I knew I could handle it. And I knew it was going to wear out, and I wasn't going to be disappointed when it did. It was great. Got pretty much a year out of it. That's perfect for me. And by the way, I'm still willing to do it. I'm still willing to do it. But you're going to have to fire me. Because if you fire me, you're a liar. I guess they could get them all together and one person could fire me and they could fit into this thing, which is the whole point of the NDA. It's to have a justification to the public. Well, you violated the NDA. Yeah, I like them, but whatever. That's what this is about. The whole thing is just being completely nuts. I'm called a liar a lot. There's not a lot of like checkable lies, I guess I'm telling, because they aren't checked. I made $2,000 a month. That's not a lie. I can happily put out the pay stubs that say Keem LLC in my PayPal account. It's very easy. I'll be releasing the right after this. I'll put this. I'll put it out there on Twitter.
Listen,
right after this. I'll be releasing the NDA. You can go check it out. And any other questions you guys have. That's it. I'm willing to work. I'm willing to go. Even with everything that Boogie said, I don't care because he didn't say it. Boogie is the red herring. So if he went on there and started crying about me, they turn on him. If Boogie goes on there and starts saying I'm the worst person, and then all this stuff is focused on him. I saw on the LOLCOW server, everybody's like, oh, Boogie's a jerk. Look what he's trying to fire Tommy. Who does he think he is? That's what he does. That's what he was there for. When I deleted the streams, I lost my prems. That's when I knew Keem's tweet on LOLCOW was bullshit, because it said these guys can't even get it together. The reason I deleted it is because I was trying to get it together, so we didn't do what they feared. What they feared is going on and winging it, right? I was like, dude, you're freaking out because Keem said one thing to you. And you were telling me you don't want to wing it. Now you're going to wing it? Look, let me delete the stream. That'll force Boogie to answer me back. There's not 25 fucking calls between me and him. I actually posted that yesterday that I wasn't answering. That's also easily proved. That's it. And don't get distracted. The NDA, it's a red herring. Boogie's freaking out on me. It's a red herring. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. As far as actually making content on there and making these scenarios, that's bullshit too. I was part of no type of work.
Stop the point, bitch.
The only thing that was ever fake were some of those thumbnails. And I don't really give a shit about that because that's YouTube. So you can, if you want to call that fake drama, that's me. Those thumbnails are bullshit. What's her name got kidnapped? No, that never happened. That's just a joke. It's a goof. When organic drama happened organically. And it's always going to happen with Keem. It's always going to happen organically around Keem and guys like Boogie and Wings. Keem especially, because he's constantly trying to do the next thing and move the next chess piece. You don't see this with any other podcast. You don't see this with any other YouTube thing. You see with Keem. So what does he have to do now? What he's going to continue to do, I doubt I'll ever be on again or allowed to be on again, is try to make me a bad guy. And whatever finally hits, last time I handed him the rope, right? Whatever finally hits, then I'll be let go because you wanted me gone. Because he can't get rid of me now for two reasons. A, everything he said about the show's financial situation and being a team thing and being part owned is horseshit. And it's going to piss a lot of people off. Once that falls, you wouldn't want to be you. And I'm not going to cry about it. It is what it is. Would I like to do LOLCOW now and forever? Sure. Is that reasonable under these conditions? No. But I don't own it. It's not mine. It's Keem's. It's not Wings. It's not Boogie's. It's not mine. It's not Connor's. It's not Polluted Pencils. It's not Muda's. It's not Turkey Tom's. It's not Nick DiOrio's.
Point, bitch.
It's Keem's. Keem owns this project 100% and never didn't. If I could delete that thing and then have my prems taken away, Boogie didn't take my prems away. And for him to say, I'm just going to sit back and watch what's happening. No. That's it. It's over with. There you go. That's what happened. It's that simple. What are we going to say, Jeannie? I'll take calls now. Any questions?
Perms. You keep saying prems, and it's perms.
Yeah, perms, whatever. Perms, whatever. That's it. That's all there is to it. Everything else you heard, well, I don't care. I've been called everything under the book.
Stop the point, bitch.
I don't care. I imagine Keem's going to sleep tonight hoping that I get caught with a kid in a hotel, because then he could possibly justify it. Still willing to go. I understand what I'm working with. I kind of excel in hectic environments, I think. I think I've done a pretty good job. I think I've held those guys to account, which was what I was told to do. If he doesn't like that, or he thinks somebody else can do a better job, he can do that. Because nobody owns it besides him. This is all a myth. It was a part of the mythos of the show. That's it. That's all there is. So I'll take calls, and you guys can answer whatever I want.
Bitch.
Ken, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up?
So 2 questions. First, the tattoo. Do you really think that tattoo is real, or do you
I've
think
seen these pictures? Wouldn't it be funny if it was? I hope it's not real because that's funnier.
It's fading like hell? And I mean, I have tattoos, and he said that he's not doing aftercare properly because they didn't tell him to do aftercare, which would be kind of fucked up on the tattoo shop.
Yeah,
but a lot of people don't think it's real, and it's starting to look like it's not.
Well, I saw some pictures. I didn't know if they were altered or what have you. All I can say is I hope it's not real. That would be hysterical. That would be terribly funny.
It really would be.
That would be terribly funny. Yeah, go ahead.
And then the second question is, so you were there for, I guess, the Destiny stream, the initial one, and then you were on vacation for the subsequent two.
Sure.
So when Keem said that he, quote unquote, bought out Boogie shares he was going to rip up the contract, it was all BS pretty much, right?
Yes. And it's funny, like they believe their own BS because like Boogie was telling me in the meeting that, those shares are real. Well, I don't have any. You know, like there's no shares. There's I think Wings actually believes this stuff, and I think
because
then Keem hopes that adults believe this. Like in the old days when his you think of 2016, if you were 13 or 14, you're in your early 20s now. If you're any older than that, you're in your late 20s. If you're in your mid 20s, now you're in your mid 30s. You know, so like it does it the same group. The Logan Paul sort of area of the internet is gone, so he's just managing the thing like it's old 2016 YouTube where there's a lot of young people. Our audience is people in their 20s that have jobs.
Yep.
It's not we're not getting $1 donations. That's what kids can afford.
Yeah.
So
and the other thing too is whenever the NDA was out, it said Keemstar LLC and all that. So in my opinion, that pretty much told you that there was an LLC. I figured it was for tax purposes.
There is an LLC, but I am not employed by it. I am paid by it.
Stop the point, bitch.
I got you.
I'm not. I've never had employment. I'd have to do all sorts of shit in Germany to say I was working over. I've never filed any paperwork with Germany. I have to declare that money.
Yeah, that just seems like a headache and a half.
Yeah, exactly. It's stupid. Well, you wanted to pay me, and I think those guys are direct to bank, but it's too much of a pain in the ass to do a foreign bank. So just send it to me over here, and it's my responsibility.
Stop the point,
it's my responsibility. Good thing my wife is an accountant.
There you go.
That's it.
Cool.
Nobody made $10,000 a month. The whole thing was generating about $10,000 a month, which, by the way, I'm very grateful for. Super grateful for. And the thing that bothers me, and I said this last time with Baited, you guys are the ones getting screwed. Because I've sat down and I was in there trying to talk to people, get their complaints, get their suggestions and stuff like that. You guys really want this to work. Really, really want this to work. Some of you invested thousands for this thing to work. And I'm really sorry. Yeah, it can't work.
It's on Twitter. Keem just posted he fired you. I was
fine.
just told that.
Well, that's fine.
Well,
that sucks, and then that proves, and that's nothing that sucks. I was never hired.
Listen,
there was
but I'm just saying it sucks, dude. Because to me, you were one of the best people on the show, in my opinion. Yeah,
thanks. I'm glad you like my work, but I have no regrets, and I'm not going to fucking cry about it.
No, hell no, you shouldn't.
No,
because honestly, you have a loyal fan base that's here, and you got.
I'm not here unless Keem gave me the boost 8 years ago. I'm not here. There's no shot from the point. It's streaming to 20 people like it was. Okay. Right?
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
So everything has been fantastic, and I was happy with the extra money. And people are writing bad guy Keem. No. I signed up with the bad guy. I knew what I was getting into.
Dancing with the devil.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I would have done this. Remember, I did do 2 streams. People say, why didn't you go on last night? First of all, I made my plan. Second of all, I did 2 streams, and I wouldn't talk about LOLCOW. If you check the last 2 streams, no, one was the love phones, and one was, I'm not talking about LOLCOW because I want to do that in the stream because I think we might be able to maintain 10,000 if we talk about the NDA stuff.
The problem is you also had Boogie in the Discord talking shit about it and about why you're not doing it on their show, and I was like, well, maybe he wants to get his story out on his show first, and then
no. I promise not to do that. And then when I couldn't get on, when they went ahead, they didn't want me on. They didn't want me on. You know, I was never getting on until I signed the NDA, and I would have been gone within 2 to 3 weeks anyway. And anybody, I think when you see the NDA, you'll know exactly what it covers. A lot more than financials. And if it did cover financials, it's completely illegal in the United States. No one can prevent you from talking about how much you make. Not your company. Nobody.
And Keem even admitted he didn't read the NDA.
And then he also called me a liar for saying it was open ended.
It's
I'm not even mad at him. Like, how can I possibly be mad at him?
Yeah.
Like, I'm as mad at him as like I wish I could have shown to some extent before he went completely crazy. Salvo. I was like, don't do this. Don't be mad. It was always gonna run out. Just take away, say thank you, Keem, and walk away. That's it.
Yep.
Because somebody's gonna be bad. Now he can't fire those two. And that was one of the reasons with the tattoo and all that other stuff, I'm pretty sure, because I was completely against the tattoo. You know,
yeah, he's an idiot for doing it.
If it's real.
Yeah, exactly. Well, to him, Boogie said he just thought it was funny and his body was going to rot in the ground anyway. So why not do something for entertainment?
Yeah.
I mean,
I told him not to do it. He said, I appreciate you. I appreciate you showing some legitimate concern. I don't know. I can never tell with Boogie what's true and what isn't. I just assume everything's a lie. And then
there you go.
I told Keem, I said, we do not want a bum. This is when I was on vacation. We do not want a bum fight situation on our hands here. We do not want this.
No.
I was really scared of having a big paper getting Wall Street Journal like PewDiePie did over this. And then Keem gave me this big lecture about winning and we're winners and all this other. It's like, oh, well, yeah, whatever. You win till you don't. And then he wrote in the chat. He said something to the effect of, "I'm going to get the blame for this. So we're not doing it. It's done." And I was like, "Phew." And then Boogie said, "I'm doing it anyway." So take that how you will.
Yep. And the last point I'll make is on their stream. I don't know if you watched the stream yesterday, but they were talking about finances all day long after they signed the NDA. So what does that tell you?
Yeah, it's all bullshit. Everything you've heard about the structure. I don't even know why we ever talked about it to begin with. We never should have talked about money. I think that's the thing. You know, it's kind of an ego thing. It's an ego thing to get me to sign the NDA. It's an ego thing to talk about the money. It's like, I don't care. I want to entertain. That's what I do. If I entertain, I get paid. That's the way I've always seen this. I've always seen this. I did not want to do the stream. I could have done the stream as soon as I got home on Tuesday or Wednesday when I did my first stream. I didn't want to do it because I wanted it there.
Yep.
You know, but I'm never signing an NDA with Keemstar, Daniel. It's just never happening. I'm never giving you my address. I mean, that's completely outrageous. You know,
I get you 100%.
It was never going to happen. And then this is what's got to be done. And, you know, I was told, well, Boogie and Wings talked about it. Well, how's that my fucking problem?
It's not.
Yeah, it's not. And the thing is, he can't fire them because of the NDA, because the NDA doesn't really, I mean, they signed it. I'm pretty sure they did. But it's not like they can hold them accountable. Yeah. But he can fire them. You know why? Because he owns the whole show.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing with him being the boss and all that, and we all told Boogie in Discord, how is he your boss if he owns 25%? And Boogie said because he has the most money and he knows what he's doing and he can make content. Well, that's what Boogie said.
Well, he can make content, but it's clearly about keeping you can't say that about holding a podcast together. He cannot hold a podcast together.
Yeah,
he can't. I mean, there was a history there, with the exception of Mom's Basement. He cannot hold a podcast together. I mean, how much is FaZe Banks worth? I want to see something real quick. Hang on.
To what, Keemstar?
Yeah. FaZe Banks net worth 2024.
Shot from the point, bitch.
FaZe Rugs, FaZe Clan, FaZe Banks, Howard, FaZe Banks, so rich. Thanks so much for the subs. I appreciate it. Around 13 million.
Jesus.
It's a lot of money.
We got Nick in here.
Sure, problem. Hey, Nick, what are you doing?
I, for one, am happy this is over. Holy shit.
Look, I don't want to say that. I am a little relieved myself, but
he tweeted out that you're fired.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I had developed a relationship with a lot of the people in there. I think Ken's one of them, and I went in there. I really enjoyed going in there and doing that, and that's unfortunate. You know, I
called the bluff this morning.
Yeah.
They were writing in there, and I go, yeah. I mean, Howie doesn't expect to be on today's show because you're probably going to fire him before that even happens. and they're like, "Oh, boo-hoo, Nick," blah blah blah, and then you got fired before the show. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick. Nick, real quick, a lot of the LOLCOW fans enjoyed what you did, and they were all preaching about it in the Discord. So, as a member, just want to thank you for what you did. It was hilarious.
See, this is kind of what I'm talking about.
Keem wants me to turn around and say like, "Oh, I want the show to fail," or I wouldn't have given time to the show for free in the beginning to help out get everything set up if I wanted the show to fail. I mean, like, I covered the Boogie stuff, and I made a ton of money on my second channel covering it. Like, I don't want a show that produces content that I can cover to fail. Yeah. I want the show to be good. I don't like when they do the weird cringe melodrama. They've gone to the well one too many times on someone quitting the show or getting fired. That can't be the default content.
Yeah, but I got to tell you something, Keem. That's not fake drama. He's firing somebody and moving the chess pieces all the time. So it kind of like that's not fake
drama, because he's gone to the well so many times. Even on the Keemstar show, there were at least 2 occasions where Salvo was fired before he was fired. He was not getting fired either of those.
I bet that wasn't fake either.
Like Boogie's gonna quit the show or what? No, I think it was. And and if it's not fake in terms of like, oh, they're in on it, it's fake in terms of like, this is Keemstar going like, I'm gonna go fuck with this mentally retarded person and scare them, knowing full well I'm not gonna fire them from the show. Yeah. Just to like get a reaction out of him. Then it's inorganic. Mm-hmm. If it's not fake, it's inorganic.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
That's a good point. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all
have
a good one.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it. Take care.
Later, bud.
All right. Let's take any other questions. Well, see, I know you guys want to say I'm like really like I here's the thing. I'm gonna ask you. I don't want to hear like, oh, I'm really sorry. I expected this to happen. It was great. So no victimization here. It's cool. All right, Chill Force, you're on, and I'll start pulling people up. What do you got?
I wanted to ask about one of the things that you haven't addressed yet, which was Keem said that you were planning on recording the meetings.
Yes, I was planning, not the meetings. When he wanted the NDA meeting, I said, I want to record it. You're welcome to record me too. And I said this in the beginning of the show. What I was afraid of is if I didn't sign the NDA, he would say that I quit. So I didn't want anything on tape saying like, and then what happens is he types on the LOLCOW thing or it said Tommy C quit. Then I was like, no, I didn't, and then it's my word against his. So therefore, if it's recorded. Now I had a meeting in between. It's not recorded. So there was no plan to record it between me and him.
That you were going to record him. You should have just did it like every other YouTuber.
Yeah. But I'm not that way, Nick.
Well, I'm just saying, everyone's like, he asked to record.
I take that back. No. Like, but if I'd done that, like, you've gotten away with that because you're dealing with some pretty like bad people that aren't already liked. People like Keem, they like him on the show, so it would just make me look like doing a gay op. So I told him I want to record. So like, because there's so much bullshit out there about shares, about this, about that, the other thing, and it's like I'm willing to work, but I all that we're gonna hear is I'm willing to work, and I'm not signing the NDA. And that's it. And then if he came up, well, like, because he wasn't willing to say he's fired because he won't sign the NDA.
Is there any justifiable reason for you to sign the NDA that isn't enforceable in Germany, that isn't really enforceable in the States, that you legally, you can't sign an NDA saying you're not going to talk about your fucking income, as far as I know. I'm not a fucking lawyer. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's the way I understand it.
Yeah. It's literally just a deterrent so Keem can blame you and fire you from the show.
And the thing is, there's so much else out there that could be interpreted the way I heard. I'm not a lawyer either. There's so much on the NDA out there, right? And I'm sure Chud's going to have it. All you guys are going to have the NDA, and you can do your shows. All you guys are having.
And the thing is, it's like, well, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm just doing what I said I'm going to do. It's like, well, last night you told them you couldn't go on because you had like a commitment offline, and they fired up the stream and went, where's Tommy? Where?
Yeah. Well, they knew
he's not going to defend himself. Well, like they lie all the time.
Lie. I mean, I even said like I can't be there, and I even said I'm deleting the stream so we get together so we don't like wing it, right? And then my shit was taken away. So I'm pretty sure that kind of shows me at least circumstance.
Sabotage the show. We were supposed to go live today. Like they just make shit up.
Yeah,
we could tell that it was scripted at that point. And the script is providing you the NDA or asking anybody to sign an NDA or complaining about financials when from early on, like months and months ago, Keem's already talking about financials well before any of the CoffeeZilla stuff happens.
Yeah. I mean, I've never talked about it. And I've told, if you guys remember some of the episodes, I told Wings to knock it the fuck off.
Right.
You know, I mean, repeatedly, I told him, don't talk about that. I mean, so it really wasn't about the NDA. It was probably about getting rid of me. So.
Yeah, and so the whole scripted aspect of the show, like it's never been about you being scripted. No one's ever thought, oh, Tommy's involved in the work and making stuff up. It's always been Keem and Boogie, that we know that they're talking behind the scenes and they're planning stuff out. Like I still think that Keem already knew Boogie had cancer well before it got outed on the show.
Oh, that he didn't have it? No, I don't think so. Because Nick, well, first of all, the greatest moment.
My understanding of that situation is Keem was like, oh, you think Boogie's faking cancer? Yeah, why not? Come on the show. It'll be great content.
I don't think
and
he
then
did that.
As
Thanks
it
so much.
happened, he's like, oh my God. Boogie actually faked cancer. I think that's why it was so good. It was actually organic. Completely. Well, I don't think anyone saw it coming.
That was his pitch. But you remember before that, Boogie was complaining about medical expenses, and Keem was saying, hey, I'll pay for your medical expenses. I could see them having a conversation behind the scenes. And if you talk to Boogie about medical anything, you find out pretty quick that he's full of shit.
How do I say this without getting in trouble? I'm already in trouble because I'm here, but how do I say okay, all right. I think fundamental I don't think there was a fucking chance in hell that Keem was actually going to pay his medical expenses. I wouldn't be surprised if that conversation never occurred. Yeah. Call me crazy. I don't think Keem's donating his money to Boogie's medicals. I think he just said that on the show.
Where did I save the NDA?
That would be very out of character if he's just like, yeah, I'll cover all your medical bills, Boogie.
Okay, hold on a second. I where did I save the NDA? I'm actually I think
Do you have a clip of
I think
that?
I can put the NDA in my server. New document.
Yeah,
right now.
cool.
Right now.
Keem is rich, and he's not rich because he's Mr. Beast. Okay, he's not giving away his money. That's all I'll say. All right, he's rich for a reason. That's not.
I mean, how serious could it be if my name isn't even spelled right? I mean, I couldn't even. He would have had. Oh, here it is, right here.
Right.
NDA Keem. Let's go. Can I put this in here? The NDA is. I don't know. Is that the right one though? Hold on. I'll make sure it is. Open. What do you open this with? I'm pretty sure that's it. It's all in my server right now. You guys can download the hell out of it. I'll put it out on another episode. I should have put it in the. I should have put it then. Can you open that up?
Yeah, it's openable. It doesn't have the weird like Tommy when he fucked up your name on it.
It doesn't. That's interesting.
No.
Or maybe this.
Right. You have to edit the PDF to type it in.
So that's it.
Shot for the point, bitch.
Well, I'll put both of them in there. How about that? Because I got. Let's see. I had. Well, let's get the real review and signed document.
I'll tell you one thing that was for sure.
Maybe I should sign it now. That'd be funny, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Let me download it again just in case.
Yeah, there you go.
Boogie never got fired from the show because he kept
he's never
his paycheck.
Like, I mean, I was told he was fired, but if you remember, I didn't want him fired, and he can't fire him. Like, he cannot fire him because he's an integral part of the show. This is the one I just downloaded, so I just put it in there. NDA 1 is the name of it, and the name of it. And if you have any more questions about my monthly, I could easily. I'm gonna screenshot it, but I could show you what I made since I got the first one. That's there you go. One of the things I like about
if you want.
One of the things I like about
one
of the things I really like about the way this is ending rather than baited. I remember in Turkey Tom's baited video, it's like nobody really will know why. Like Tom said, nobody really knows why the thing really broke up. I guess nobody ever will. Well, it's pretty much the same shit. It's piece moving on the chessboard. That's what happened. But it doesn't make any sense. And this doesn't make any sense either. But this is just the way he operates. So I'm kind of glad the baited thing's sort of been resolved in a sense. This is how it worked. This is what it's like. This is what it was like for Salvo. This is what it was like to everybody. This would have been like if Nick and Willie took the job. It's probably what it's going to be like for Def Noodles. If he doesn't get the views that Keem expects, which if he does, he'll expect more the next month. That's the way it works. That's the way he operates. If that doesn't work
out, we'll find out a way to handle Def Noodles.
Yeah. Poor Def Noodles. That's the way it works. you're on
because I don't want him to get screwed over. Yeah.
After that, yeah, but he ended up probably. I don't blame him for taking it. By the way.
No, me neither. I hope it works out. If it doesn't, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's not going back offline.
Yeah.
You can share what you want, but I'm pretty sure everyone here watching your stream trusts your perspective on it. And as far as credibility, Keemstar doesn't have it. Boogie certainly doesn't have it, right?
Yeah, right. That was really not the guy to bash me.
Do you see that shit too? Wait, do you see that shit too when Boogie fucking starts talking? It's like he sensed there was a power vacuum when Keem got off the stream, and suddenly he had to come in and be the big alpha dog, even though he has his little 1 HP voice on, being like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry." The episode before this, it's so fucking transparent that he just doesn't want to be bullied anymore.
And keep in mind, I didn't want to do it on here. I wanted to do this on there, but I don't think that was ever going to happen. Because I was just gonna go and see this whole thing is a bunch of bullshit. There's no NDA, there's no shares, there's none of this stuff. I mean, he just fired me. Yeah, I'm sure he's gonna get. Wings and Boogie agreed, so therefore I did it. Whatever.
Well, one of the things Boogie was saying in the Discord was that, you probably are going to get fired now because you're booting up your own stream instead of having this out on our show.
Yeah, well,
Well,
yeah. I mean, they scheduled it at a time when I told them in a voice message, I cannot do it right now. I cannot. And that's when I said, well, I'm going on now.
Well, today. Yeah. Today is when they were meeting.
There's another one today?
They were saying you could have gone on LOLCOW Live today and had it out on there against them.
No. I'm not walking into that situation. The fucking deck's stacked. And I mean, if you look, I have every reason. Keem said that I told people that he had fucking kilos of coke with his daughter. I can't walk into it all right, that's a stone fucking lie. I'm not getting a fair shake. It would just be a screaming match. I think I was gonna go on and do it. They clearly didn't want me to do it. They want the deck stacked. I can do it here, and you guys can take what you want. You can take the NDA, you can take my pay stubs, you can take all this, and you can do whatever you want with it. It's up to you. And I go on. By the way, I go on tomorrow. Right, this is not if you guys are turning into this is the Keemstar War Part 2. No, I'm going right back into regular drama after this. That's it. I'm doing the show. I'm not doing the same thing I did last time. I was deluding myself, thinking I could overcome that because I really had never taken L before. So I'm just going to go on doing right what I was doing prior to this. So, and guess what? I get to sleep at night now. So there's some good things to look at. I'll take more calls. Thanks, Chill Force. Appreciate the support. All right.
Hellbent has another question about the NDA.
I'll put her on.
So, yeah.
Go ahead. Hellbent, you're on. Hellbent, go ahead.
She's messaging me, so just go
on. Go ahead. You can ask me direct. Hellbent.
Sorry, fuck. I've got the stream on. So in terms of the NDA, right? So I wanted to ask a clarifying question. So you published it on Twitter, and Keem then came out and said, that was just like a draft. I didn't even read it. It was from my lawyers. And Tommy and the rest of them were supposed to come back to me with their comments.
That's after I said no. That's it. That was only after I said no. And then I said I would only sign it. I only said I would sign. I wanted to say if it had one line, because there's a bunch of. It's 7 pages. Let me double check this thing. I think 7 pages.
Yeah, it was 7 pages, and the ending one had no. I've signed an NDA before for work, and that one I gotta say was 26 pages at least.
Dude, he tried to explain this to me. I was laughing my ass off. He's like, "All right, so." Hold on. So your biggest problem is you don't want people to think that you're not paying your employees on your show. Yes.
Do you have a clip of that?
So what you're going to do is you're going to make them sign a document that Wings and Boogie are going to break, so you can dock their pay because they can't afford to pay whatever you're suing them for.
That's what I was saying. That's why I wouldn't sign that shit.
Okay, yeah. So you want to be known as the guy who pays their employees. So you're putting in something so you don't have to pay them anymore. You're really not selling this to me on why this is a good idea. You know. Yeah. I mean, after Boogie announced that he fucking faked cancer, Wings is like, man, what are we going to do with the cut of his show? What are we going to do with his money or whatever? That's all they think about is money.
Yeah, if you look at my stream right now, I'll just put it. So there's 1 page, 2-page exclusion, non-disclosure, use limitations, markings. That's 4 foreign corrupt practices, indemnity, attorney fees, governance, no waiver. Like I don't know what half this shit is. I'm a lawyer, and he wants me to go with tooth by tooth. I said, no, we make it simple. Have it say one line, and one line only, right?
So, because I've seen a criticism that Tommy maybe jumped the gun by publishing this on Twitter. Maybe
I literally how can I jump the gun? I waited like 2 weeks. I said I wouldn't do it. I think I never published the thing on Twitter. I just said, no way, get fucked. I just published it now.
No, I thought you posted a screenshot from
only a screenshot to say it was, so he couldn't turn around and say I didn't do it.
So what I'm asking is, what was the communication between Keem initially sending you that, and then you posting?
We were supposed to have a meeting. We were supposed to have a meeting that got broken. That didn't come to fruition. Nobody's fault, not his or mine. When I was over there, and that's what the meeting was supposed to be about, which I would have said no, just on principle. All right, and then I started. Then I got in like nobody signed the NDA except for Boogie. And then I said, Keem, I'm not. I said it really polite. I'm not signing the NDA. It's not happening, right? I said it politely. Then I got another demand, and then he immediately said, "Well, I guess it's been real. It's been a good run. So in other words, sign the NDA, or I'm ending the podcast." And then he said it again, and I was a lot more. That's never happening. That's the tone I used, right? Then he had a complete fit, and that's when I posted just the screenshot of the NDA and said, "Get fucked," because he doesn't respond to no. He doesn't respond to polite. He definitely responds. I know what he responds to. YouTube comments, Twitter, and stuff like this. I wanted everybody to know there was just no way I was doing this. And I didn't. If I got fired for no explainable reason, now you know. Now you know.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
I mean, from what I can tell, it looks like the same NDA that Twitch had with Dr. Disrespect. Maybe we should ask Slasher to clarify.
I'm not signing an NDA for $2,000 a month for a company I don't work for. I'm not giving Keemstar my fucking street address.
That's the thing, is people are going to be really fucking surprised when they find out that Keem doesn't actually have to pay you out and that there's no such thing as the
there's nothing here. Yeah.
Ownership.
Here it is. Here's the NDA. Full fucking 7 pages. This is all, one of the pages is blank. Signatures the following page, and that's it. There's no way. I have no idea what this shit means. Was there a moral? Wait a minute. Was there a morals? Was there a morals clause? Hold on. Am I crazy here?
Probably disparagement. It's probably boilerplate though.
Yeah. So and so when the disparagement, if I disparage them, that's too funny. No, I'm signing any of this fucking shit. No way. It's not that big.
No, that's fair.
Keem always wanted to pretend that the cast was a lot bigger than it was. It was successful. It was people loved it. But it's not what he presented it as, and I think it's because he's used to his old audience, which were kids and teenagers. He forgot that those kids grew up.
I think he's primarily ego-driven, which sometimes hurts the cause more than it helps. But I wanted to ask another quick question.
Quick.
I agree that Boogie and Wings are the stars of the show, and obviously Boogie is his own can of worms. But do you think that maybe there's going to be a problem with Wings in that he's kind of becoming too normal?
I have no idea. I'm not going to speculate on that. Something I was worried.
He hasn't been much of a LOLCOW. He's been very.
He had his moment. I don't know. I don't know. That's speculation for that's like drama YouTube content. I'm just playing my case here.
All right, that's fair. Okay. Yeah. By the way, I saw on community post. I think Turkey Tom was looking for an editor like a week ago. Maybe you should contact.
Yeah, Pulled Pencils. He's fucking great. He's fucking great. That was another thing.
Maybe you should put them in touch.
That was another thing. We agreed we wanted to keep Pulled Pencil, and he got fired anyway. Because we didn't want to do any of that stuff, and he knew damn well that he hadn't made a short in forever. I just found out today. Some manager you are. Talk to you later, Elbet. Bye bye. Who should I take next?
Chupacabra is in waiting to call as well, like the old editor of LOLCOW.
Yeah,
that was.
Oh, not Tana. Tupa, what do you got? Another guy that was in the crosshairs. Oh no, he's gone. I'll put him back in. Tupa, you're on the air.
Okay, there we go. How you doing, Tom?
Great, man. How are you doing?
Good, man. Good.
This guy reminds me of Vegas so much, by the way. Go ahead.
Dude, I just want to say thanks. You were super supportive while I was the editor of the channel. Thought that was really cool. You always allow me to reach out and stuff. And I thought as an editor, you were like an anchor to the show.
Thanks.
Otherwise, you're watching two guys talk about food and complain about their life or whatever. And you gave it a direction, constantly reminding. So I used a lot of your input as an anchor for the edit. So that was really good.
Okay.
How this turned out is crazy.
No, it's normal. Crazy. It's exactly what you should have expected if you knew like how things work. It's not as crazy as thing. It's not as crazy as thing.
That's what I'm finding out. I think the right attitude to have is like you knew what you signed up for.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And likewise.
Yeah.
But like the tattoo thing seemed crazy. I'm glad that I wasn't involved at that stage.
Mm-hmm.
But the way things were handled in the show seemed super odd. Like you said, like a little bit of that leadership is needed. But this cloud of like of organization, that's kind of like a myth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no organization.
Yeah, that's going to bite people in the ass. To present it as this organized thing, a business and shares even, to go that far, and there's no shit.
Wall Street? I mean, is it on the NASDAQ? I mean, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Shares? Like, what are you...
Shop the point.
I don't know anything about shares. I'm not a money-oriented person as far as, like, knowing business. It's completely out of my realm. But I know, like, when you get a share of something, there's evidence of it. That I do know. That's all I know. Nobody has a share. And I remember Boogie's telling me this in the meeting. He goes, those shares, they're real. Well, I don't have one. Like, what are you talking about? It's all bullshit.
Dude.
You know?
Dude. And I think, Boogie and Wings, they'd be smart to get a little bit of business education. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dealing with this stuff. Because it really feels like they're buying the bullshit, too.
I think Boogie is desperate for money. It's very clear that he's desperate for money. I honestly think Keem could talk him into doing like a homosexual act publicly at this point. You know, because like when I got off the phone with him, like everything was amicable up until Keem said in the chat, I want you streaming more than two days a week, which is easy. Just stream 2 days a week. But they all panicked. Wings panicked. By the way, I want to make this abundantly clear with Wings. He hasn't done, there is no sort of work going on with him. He was just as confused by this as anything, but he was panicking about getting something together. Right. But I probably could have done today. That's what I was like. Everybody, like that was the whole point of deleting the stream. Delete the stream, get these guys together. Let's go on Sunday night. You know, and I tried to do it, and Keem knew I was doing it because he posted that thing. I'm sitting there yelling them at the chat. Don't fucking do anything. Just get together. Don't do anything. And there was the only person responding to me was the Wings. And I have Boogie gave me his phone number, and he wasn't answering it prior to me deleting that. So he damn well got it. You know? Yeah. So
it's wild. I think the tattoo's real. I'm gonna. I know a lot of tattoo artists. The way that it's healing or not healing looks legitimate. Looks bad too. Boogie needs to get that checked out. It's a little.
I don't know anything about
tattoos
on
your face.
I never had. Dude,
it looks
tattoo.
like. Yeah, it looks real. It looks like it's healing terribly. He needs to get that checked out. But that's like a line in the sand. You know what I mean? Getting your quote unquote employees to do humiliating acts to maintain their employment.
And they're not one thing. It was like Jackass who were all in on it. I was not in on that. I did not like it because all I could see was I'm older. And I remember bum fights. Yeah, and it did not go well for those. The guys, not that Keem was going to end up in jail or anything, but those guys did.
No.
You know, no, it was a completely different scenario and completely different thing. And I don't think Keem is doing anything illegal.
Nothing. No, absolutely no. But it's just got that flavors there.
Yeah, and I didn't like it. I wanted that proves it right there that I wanted it to last. I thought that was a bridge too far. I thought that could collapse the fucking thing. So I wanted to keep it going as long as I possibly could. And I knew when the NDA came, I said to my wife, I was like, he wants me to sign the NDA. He's like, you're not signing that, are you? I was like, no. Okay, buddy. I'm signing anything.
Dude.
But I knew it was over.
The clip of him being like, you retards don't know what an NDA is. This is business. And then he's like, I
didn't read it.
I don't really know what the NDA said. I just gave it out.
Yeah, but he said that. So, like, if there's something in there, okay, I'll take it out. What else you want taken out? I don't want to sign it at all because it's completely useless.
It's an a la carte NDA. That seems pretty sketchy.
Yeah, and then, this is it. All right, Chupa. Stay in touch, man. Stay in touch.
Will do, man. Will do. Good luck.
Take care. Yeah, that guy was really...
Point, bitch.
He got a bad deal. He's like, if you work for Keem, you're going to get portrayed as incompetent. That guy was anything but incompetent. All right. I mean, he was probably one of the more competent people we worked for. And Connor too, for that matter. The only guy that was off his rocker was D-Max. You know, and
I still couldn't believe that I was on that stream and they were talking to me like the guy was still employed there, and I found out after I got out of the call that the editor was already fired an hour before I got in.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was, I mean, I would have mentioned it, but like you messaged us and they were acting like, well, what does the editor do? We need him to do this. We need him to do that. And they let him go an hour ago. What the fuck?
I have a big, I feel relieved. Shocking, right?
Yeah, me too. I don't want to be caught between this anymore. I feel like I've been stuck in the middle of you and Keem for like 6 months.
Yeah, but I didn't go in. Exactly I didn't go in like recently with the NDA stuff, and just prior to me leaving, I was pissing him up. But I wasn't pissing him moaning every day to you and complaining and crying about it.
No. But every few months there was like a red scare.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like you might not be working there tomorrow. Yeah, I know that. But
I said this yesterday. It's like I mean, Connor came to me and said that he went on a huge rant and wanted to shit can you in December. That's why I stopped working with the podcast. I called Keem and I asked him like straight up, like what the fuck. And he's like, yeah, no, nothing. I'm not gonna fire him. And I'm like, Connor just told me yesterday he's gonna can you. So I was like, I'm not doing this. Yeah. This is too much for me. I'm friends with both of you.
Every time that something would happen to, we'd have a good show or I'd do something good. You know, it's like it always just kept working out that way. And you know, I even said to my wife, I should have known something would have happened when the big money came. When we had sort of the destiny moment in the thing, I knew it's the same as last time. Like as soon as the big sponsorships were coming in, I'm out. As soon as the big money comes in, I'm out. You know?
Tommy versus wait, no, it's actually Mudahar. Oh, hey Mudahar,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hey,
That's like the first time it's really him.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. What's been going on? I missed yesterday and everything.
Nothing. You missed nothing. Everything's cool. Everything's normal.
Well, I caught that the editor got fired, and then they throw you under the bus. So what the fuck happened?
I won't sign an NDA, but I don't really think that's what it was about. I really don't. I think it's just the way Keem works. You know, I mean, you heard me in there arguing with them and saying, "Calm down, don't freak out, let's have a meeting." I mean, it's there for you to listen to.
Muda, would you sign the NDA if you were employed by them? If you lived in Germany and it's not enforceable?
What is the NDA for? Do they have some proprietary?
Oh, even better. Okay, so Keem doesn't want them talking about how much they make, so that's not
Can that
legal.
even be enforced by an NDA though?
No, it can't.
No,
but it definitely can't be enforced in Germany either. It's double jeopardy. So if it can't be enforced in America and it can't be enforced in Germany, then it can be enforced, right? Like
it can be enforced in the eyes of the public, and that's why I wouldn't really sign it because I knew it didn't. My signature didn't matter, right? It could be enforced in the eyes of the public. It's a prop. It's a tool. That's all it was. So, like to me, like if you're gonna fire me, fire me. Fire me. Let the public know I'm fired. Let the public know that the shares, that the part ownership is bullshit.
Yeah, I think the only thing I knew about the NDA was like Keem said that fucking because Boogie was saying that he wasn't getting paid, but I'm like, that's not. Then you can just sue him for making disparaging fucking statements. Yeah, like I don't know. It's a totally separate thing.
How do you sue the guy that's making the show? You know.
How do you sue your other business partner?
No, exactly. Yeah. You know, it's like, you know, they're the show. They're the stars. I was just like the middleman, or somebody said straight man, which is funny. But that's what it is. You know, that's basically what it is. That's all I got.
You know, that show's not gonna survive unless you start having people in there every day to twist tipples, like 100%. Like unless you got fucking Boogie Under the Fire, Wings Under the Fire, that show's never going to survive.
Look, I'm not getting into that. I am not doing what I did last time and rooting for, like, I hope it falls on his feet and all those guys make money. I really do. I don't care that much. I got out of it what I wanted to get out of it. It was a good time. I really liked meeting Wings. I really liked getting to know what Boogie was really like, and everything else I already knew. So it was great. It was funny. Tommy C the straight man is actually hilarious. Yeah, it is hilarious. But yeah, that's kind of what I was in that situation. Well, I was willing to take the LOLCOW label, and I think when Keem saw that I was comfortable with it and I was okay and it wasn't bad, that's when he came in. Although I could do it now that I can stream, because I really think it's his, and that's okay. Bitch. And at the end of the day, and that's it always was, and he likes. I mean, he couldn't be doing this for money. There's no money in this that's going to life-changing money for this, for him or for anybody else for that matter. It's we couldn't even call the sponsorship because of Wings' We couldn't hold a sponsorship because Wings is Trolls. You know, there wasn't money. It's about control, and he likes moving the chess pieces. That's just who he is, and I knew that, and I know how he puts he reads the comments and moves the chess pieces according to that. And the problem is, like, so many different people had a different idea, because LOLCOW was supposed to be originally DSP, Wings, and Boogie, right? What it was to them. I think that guy Ken can back me up. When I went in there, everybody had and talked to the LOLCOW people, like in the server. When I went in there, everybody had a different idea what the show was about, and I think that was probably its biggest problem. Everybody had a sort of a different vision of what a good episode would look like, and I just saw it as it's just another podcast, and we have to treat it as such. And that's what you're getting. Like, well, you got to bring this guy on, or you got to bring that guy on, or you have to do this, and you have to do that, and we don't have like, it's not entertaining enough. It's not entertaining enough. But I hate the fake drama, and then like it makes him schizophrenic. Because he's going to react. He is going to react. He is going to try to please the audience any way he sees fit.
Well, the thing about like last month, and people talk about the spike of viewership, I think we all can agree that spike really happened because there was nothing falsified. Like me, Medica, or Destiny get on there, and we're bringing like the
huge numbers. Like, it's that in itself is organic. And then even like Wings told me, like, look, if we could, like, all right, where are we pulling 2,000-3,000, which is great, you know. Like, if we could drop down from 20 or 10,000 and keep it down to 5 to 9, that's a success. You know, when I remember when Dr. Disrespect came back 3 years ago after he fired from Twitch, he started with ridiculous numbers. Then they leveled down to about 10,000. And that's exactly what was going to happen to us. You can't make that happen if the podcast is real every week. It's impossible. It's got to be like the demand for the public was organic, but they wanted these organic moments sort of more than they could be produced, because they can't be produced. And if you start producing them, that's fake drama. There you go. So it's got to be sort of like SFTP. If something happens, something happens. If it doesn't, doesn't. There's not a fight in every hockey game. There's not a wreck in every NASCAR match or NASCAR race. It's just the way it is. But they will happen. They will happen. They will. It's Boogie and Wings, man. It's Keemstar, man. They're going to happen. It's going to happen. So I don't know. I don't think anybody really. It was.
Well, unless they find a way to fake cancer every month.
There you go. Well, I suppose they could make it about me for a couple of weeks, but even that I get old, you know. And I'm not responding to any of it. I'm responding right now. I'm going back to what I was doing. You know. Let me take some more calls. I got a lot of people in here. Stardust. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I wanted 2 Indians the same. I have the husband you missed out on, Stardust.
I'm sorry. A husband? I'm sorry.
Yes, he could have taken you and made you a good Indian woman, but he married some fucking white girl. What a bastard, huh?
Oh, I think I'm good.
What's on your mind, Stardust?
No, I just thought I wanted to say that I think you handled this whole situation with a whole lot of grace, a whole lot of like maturity in comparison to all the people around you. Even saying like, you know, that you enjoyed it and all of that.
That's great.
Like you could have burned them, right? So yeah, I do appreciate that.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, I did it the other way last time because that's naturally my like get revenge and be angry. It doesn't work. So I'm a big believer in doing what works. So maybe I'm not as genuine as I'm coming off. It just wouldn't have been good for me if I did it any other way. So
yeah. I get that, but I think even the way that you handled it, like. You could have been like even neutral or something, but I just think you handled it with so much grace. And I think it's hilarious that Boogie tries to boot up a stream and proceeds to have audio trouble for the entirety of it. Like I couldn't believe that many people were sticking around for those audio issues.
And this is the thing they were panicked about prior to going in. They didn't want these mistakes to happen. They didn't want to be rushed. They didn't want it to wing it. That's the last meeting, and everything was left totally amicable. I can't even fucking say it because I'm a dyslexic idiot. Everybody's at that point, but then once Keem got wind of it, I think he put the fear of God in both of them, and they need the money. And it's not that I don't; it's just that I'm in a better spot, I think, than those guys. You know, then that's about it. Well, I appreciate it. I love you to death, Stardust. I always have.
I always have good things to say about you. So
you're the best. All right, let me get to some of the other calls, but I appreciate it.
I want to just say the audio troubles they had.
Yeah,
like he is actually genuinely that retarded.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing. I know how to do it.
That type of those audio problems are like rage inducing, right? Like that.
Did you guys catch one of the lies in that entire show?
Yeah. I think
so. Remember like a week ago or
what?
like a week and a half ago, Tommy, when me and Medicare were on or something,
yeah.
and I was like, "Did you sell all your shit?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's all gone." You know what I said? Did you just twist your desk like 90 degrees? Who was right?
Well, Boogie's told me this a long time. We got a fight like early on, like back in October. He said, most of us are professionals and pretend to be assholes. This is the way you really are. And I was just kind of shocked by that. Because, yeah, we're doing a drama cast. It's got to be based in some kind of, like, at least a reality show sort of level. It's not like, I mean, the way Boogie saw it is, like, it's all entertainment and it doesn't have to be real, which is true depending on the type of YouTube channel you're doing. But a podcast like this and the audience that we had, no, you can't do it that way. You have to be, at least have the appearance of being genuine. And I don't think Boogie could really do that because he's always acting and you really don't know who the guy is. All I know about Boogie, and this is all I've learned about him, I can't believe anything that he's told me. And even when I like felt bad for him and I wanted to be his friend and stuff like that, all I know is he needs money. That's it. And I think he needs a lot more than I do. And that's it. That's all I know about Boogie is he desperately needs money. And I think Wings would really like to keep it going. So I'm not going to wish them bad or anything like that. First of all, I like Wings a lot. Boogie, I think I would if he just had like a problem, but there's no there. It's an empty hoodie. It's an empty suit. It's an empty T-shirt.
I like Wings. The only issue that I really have with Boogie on that show is like anytime he gets like a modicum of power now, he always has to like be the bully. Like he's like, you dipshit. Like he always has to like flex a little bit of that power. It's like,
yeah, but you believe that was him being like I said, I didn't see that at all. I think he was told, go on, fire up the stream and do what you got to do so he can be sort of the deflection for Keem. And when it didn't work, that's when Keem went on. I don't think that was Boogie acting 100%. That's not him. He's never talked to me that way. He's only, whenever we got an argument, the worst thing he's ever done is just scream at the top of his lungs and not like he's done stuff like that, but he's never like been the boss and I'm throwing down the gauntlet and this thing. He's not a leader. He doesn't know anything of the first thing about it. He was told to do that, and he did. And if he was told to do something else, he would.
He comes across as a total bully to me, and I just love fucking twists and tipples, to be honest with you.
He is a cry bully if he's a bully at all. I don't really see him as a bully. I don't even take anything that he said personally. I even told them, because they roasted me when I was gone before this particular episode, I said, I don't even care. So don't even worry about it. Say whatever you want, because I think the next episode is going to be off the meat hook with this NDA stuff. But that was never going to get on because it would have exposed the whole shares part ownership lie.
Well, what's gonna happen after the whole like NDA arc? Like, I don't understand where it goes from here.
Yeah, I do. I would have got fired for violating the NDA, which is why one of the biggest reasons I went inside. I knew it wasn't enforceable. I knew it was completely ridiculous. I knew I live in another country and I have no assets in the United States, right? So, like, I knew, but I also know how crowds work, right? If they was like, well, I really like Tommy, but he violated the NDA, and Keemstar told him that's the scenario I wanted to avoid. Because it was a prop. Yeah, go ahead, Stars.
Oh no, sorry about that. Did you hear Boogie blame his audio issues on his dog during that?
No, I didn't get that far. Sorry.
Oh my god. I can't believe it. Anyways, I wanted to bring that up, but thank you for having me on.
Take care.
Props to Tommy. I love you a lot.
So. All right, I love you too. Bye-bye. Get your eyes. You guys all want to be bad at Boogie. That's not. You're not keeping your eye on the ball. You're watching You're watching the hot chick in the stands. That's not. Boogie's gonna do what Boogie's gonna do. I'm not even mildly mad at him. I'm not just saying that to give some kind of false sense of modesty. He really needs the money. At least everything that he's done and the way he behaves shows me that, and he's willing to do anything to get it.
So you're saying he's a prostitute on the internet?
Yeah, kind of. Wings is too, but I think Wings would have a line, But Wings is probably. I'll be honest with you, Wings is more comfortable. Wings wants Keem, and I expect Keem announced it to be the permanent sort of host for the show. And that's what they want because they're more comfortable. And I understand that to a certain extent because Keem is the bigger name. And maybe there's just too many people with personalities like mine and Keem's, which is a lot more similar than Wings and Boogie. So it is what it is. I always even told them I'm the most replaceable guy on the show. And maybe it'll go places. I don't know. Good luck. I'll be watching, but I won't be staying up late to do it. I'll be going to bed.
Yeah, it's the last Hail Mary, so I mean, realistically, I give more of a shit about Wings in this situation, obviously, because like you, I think Wings is a cool guy.
I love
want
Wings.
it to work for him.
Yeah, and I hope it does.
Really, anybody else?
Yeah, I hope it does. I hope they can pull it out. I think if Keem would just collect his, I think if he put some people in charge of Wings and he would actually just stay away from it completely. And just collect whatever he wants to collect from it to get what he. But that's just not Keemstar. I think it probably could be successful, like really wildly successful. Like I could hear things like, "Won't you wish you were still on?" and stuff like that. Look how big it is now. But Keem cannot manage it in any kind of real way. He's not an employee guy. He comes in, makes demands, goes away, then comes back and says, "Why isn't this done?" That's who he is. Yeah, I remember the funniest thing. We got to go back at Andy Warski. We got to go back at Kino Casino. And I was like, well, what do you want to do? We'll get Wings to do this. Those guys aren't fighters on the internet. It's me and you. like Warski and PPP are fighters. Like we get fucking me and you could do it. And I don't even think that's what this show's about.
Those guys are fucking good at their shit.
They know how to do absolutely. Like we're not gonna
put Boogie and Wings into a fucking corner with those guys.
Like why would you want to make when you go into a war with another content creator? What you're doing is you're telling the audience to choose. Why would we want to tell them to choose if we share a fan base? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's okay if you're solo. But it's not okay with a team. It's just especially since we had built up. I noticed they got real quiet about us when the Destiny thing happened, when the cancer thing happened, because they probably that short period of time they were looking up at us rather than we looking up at them. So you don't want you want when you go into a battle with somebody, some kind of content battle, you want to be slightly ahead, at least slightly ahead, to make them look. This is what Keemstar told me. You collab with somebody. You start shit, but you make it look like the other guy started it. And if you really look yesterday with the polls, that's exactly what was trying to happen. It was trying to make it look like I did this to myself. So I've learned all the tricks. If he has a new trick, maybe I'll fall for it. But I think I've fallen for all his tricks before. So there you go. All right, let's go.
Cisco's been in there a while.
What's that?
Stuff.
I'm going to try to get everybody. All right, Mood, I appreciate you coming in. Thanks for all the support. Appreciate it. Peace, brother. All right.
Cisco's been in a while.
Cisco's going to be next.
Yeah.
Cisco, you're on the air. What do you got? Sure, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, man? Well, I just want to say that... Sorry, I forgot to mute myself on YouTube.
No, it's okay.
Well, I just wanted to say overall, I mean, it's been mentioned already that you've been handling this pretty well, but also for me, what got me interested in your channel, everything was obviously I was introduced from the documentary, which then led me to LOLCOW, then I ended up liking your stuff. But I think it's just, I guess what I'm more just trying to say is with your obviously I think it's a mistake that they're removing you just because you bring a sense of normalism, which to me is what attracted me the most to all of it.
Yeah,
because you're a person that calls out bullshit, especially from from Boogie and everything. Because I mean, obviously, I know in the sense of good karma, you're trying to say no, I don't want the show.
In a roundabout way, I guess I was a straight man. I guess in weird. Yeah, and I think that worked because that's the only way I could see myself. I didn't have a thread on Kiwi Farms. Maybe I'll get one now. Those two did. So I thought that was a better. I do believe that if DSP was on there, it would have just been utter chaos. You needed some kind of leveler in there. So I went in there with you guys are full of shit kind of a vibe, and I thought that would work. You know, and some people said it did. Some people don't like it. Some people, you know, everybody's got their own kind of like way to do stuff. But there you go.
Well, no, that's definitely true. I mean, personally, I'm not a fan of like Keem stuff just because it's way too over the top all the fucking time. Especially, I like almost every fucking single time after he's done talking or something happens, he has to you hit the soundboard just for like even the most minimal like minute stuff ever. And so it's just, I don't know. I think like since you're leaving and everything, or since or that's what they're making it obviously clear from putting out that tweets and stuff. Like I don't know. Do you think you'll like ever expand on just either keep doing your own thing, or do you think you'll try to do your like?
If I see something to expand on, I'll do it. I just got to find something I'm interested in to, you know, I'm doing my Glory Hunter thing. You guys like football. I mean, that'd be really great.
Yeah. I love football, bro.
What kind of football? I like the other kind.
Both.
Yeah.
I like both, man.
Oh, really?
Latino. So I'm Latino,
okay.
Man,
okay. Who's your team?
I called in the other day.
Okay.
But,
well, we're gonna make the pod. Obviously, I couldn't do anything over there, but this is our channel. We're doing all sorts of podcasts, watch alongs, the whole nine. Glory Hunters. I think it's in the description box below. If not, find it. I don't know. All right, let me get anything else, man.
No, that was pretty much it, man. It's just minor stuff.
Thanks, man. Take care. Bye. I probably could do a lot fucking more now that I don't have to go to bed at fucking 4 a.m, 3 a.m, whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah. John Sigma Kennedy is next in line.
John
I've been
Sigma
keeping
Kennedy.
tabs on who's been there long.
Yeah. John Sigma Kennedy, you're doing a great job, Gene.
Yeah, no problem.
John Sigma Kennedy, I know you've been there a long time. I'm going to give you a break. I'm not really doing my act today.
Shop the point, bitch.
So to speak, or my hyper character, so to speak. Hello. All right, if he messages you later.
Yep.
Actually, you know what we could do?
Yep, keep it tabs.
You know what we could do? I think I have an idea. Where's check your mic? If he moves, then we know he'll back, so I'll put him in check your mic. Who else?
Okay.
Who else been there for a minute?
Next would be lowercase George.
Shop the point,
so
bitch.
George with just the G.
Thanks so much, George G. Lowercase George, gotcha.
Yeah.
George, you're on the air. I think both Georges are Mexican too, if I'm not mistaken. George, sir, is uppercase George next by any chance?
He would be, but Egg Picker's been in and out for a while, so you probably should put Egg Picker in.
Okay. Egg Picker, go ahead.
Wait.
Egg Picker, you're on. Something I knew this.
He did talk, so he's fixing his mic.
All right.
Yeah.
He's just super low.
I just want to say that you know how you're on about Keem running things. He went off at the pay pigs of LOLCOW, and they're all donating to you, and they've been doing it for months. Like when he said to complex that he don't donate here, don't wear your shirt. He came straight over, and now you've got it all. You've got all the LOLCOW $50 donations. You got nothing to worry about. You only got the came from it, you know.
And that's on
I guess this is one thing. I kind of would have rather the whole thing worked out. Thank you so much, Final Flash, for being a part of the thing. Yeah, that's great. Look, I knew I was gonna make a dime on this, and I knew I was gonna get fired, so I didn't have really a problem with it. So it is what it is. All right. Anything else, Egg Picker?
All right. No, that's it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Who's next?
John Sigma Kennedy joined back, so he should be.
All right. John Sigma Kennedy, you're on the air. Let's put lowercase George on the other one too. You're on.
He went in. So.
Yeah, I'm here. Okay. So wait, first of all, Tommy, real quick,
Sure.
you still do the Glory Hunters thing?
Yeah. I just had to take a break because I was away. It's not like
okay. I didn't know you were still doing that.
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
have to.
Sure. We got to get the podcast back on, and so now I'm gonna have more time to do it too. Because balancing the three was a pain in the ass. I was gonna make because the season started over here in Germany yesterday. But what else you got, bud?
Yeah. So I think Nick really hit the nail on the head last night on the LOLCOW show because I cannot stand Boogie's fake confidence, right? Like his fake confidence is unbearable. Like, do you guys not think that?
Yeah, but I want to stay away. I'll talk about the show, but I want to stay away from criticizing either of them because it takes like Boogie's not my problem. You know, he's never been really my problem all that much. Even with all the stuff that he said yesterday, I didn't like. It's impossible to take personally because it's not even coming from. He'll say anything, you know. So whatever. I mean, it's not. There's not a bit of truth. He's not. I mean, I think it's fair to say that he's not an honest man. You know.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think also with the tattoo thing, I highly doubt that it's fake. I can't see
Okay,
him.
I don't know. I have no idea. I wish it was because that'd be funny. It'd be funny.
Do you think they would? Do you think that they would really fake that? Like, because everybody would find out.
I with Boogie, I think everything's on the table. I mean, I literally got off the phone with him on Thursday, and everything was set, and everybody was happy. So yes. Yes, I would. Yeah,
all right, that's
did he? I have no idea. I don't know if those things were altered. I think some of our fans like to play jokes, but no. Would he? Absolutely. You know, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Little
Lowercase George is in there.
Lowercase George.
Hey, man.
Yes. How are you?
So I have to complain, you know.
Go ahead.
Do you remember how Boogie told about this doctor who had a thick accent, who couldn't understand, who told him he had polycythemia, bro?
Yeah, I think.
So, yeah, that's me.
What? What did you think?
Yeah, that's me.
That's right. You're studying to be a doctor, correct?
No, I finished my career. I was doing my internship there in Arkansas. So yeah, I did that appointment. So I can clear that misunderstanding there. So you know, there's this cuss word in Spanish that sounds really, really close to Vera.
Oh, really?
It's called verga.
Verga?
I was just cussing at him because I was just so fucking tired of him.
Yeah.
I tried to tell him, yeah, you have polycythemia, you know? And he was like, poly what? Poly what? And polycythemia. Polycythemia. I repeated like over and over and over and over again. I repeated it to him. The motherfucker could not listen. I don't know if it was my mic or something. So it was just scream at him. It's polycythemia, verga. It's polycythemia, verga. Verga, the cuss word, not the fucking Vera part. So yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, so you think that's where we got it? Like because he thought he said Vera, and he said Berga. And what does Berga mean?
It's cock.
It means cock.
Yeah, but we use it like you know, like you use fuck.
Oh, it's like Berga. You know, like it's like a curse one, like shit, fuck, you know, something like that. So you were saying it's polycythemia, fuck. That's what you're saying. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that's so funny.
I'm also the.
I think you're telling the truth, but I hope that's what spawned the whole thing. I don't know if that's 100% true, but that's really funny. It's really funny if it's true.
I am also the doctor who told him he can drink Mountain Dew, the zero. Like, my full name is Dr. George M. Dew.
George M. Dew. All right, George. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah,
bye-bye. All right, what do you got? He's a Club America fan. I know that.
Gamer Jay Lee has been in and out for quite a while.
What do you want, Jay Lee? Yeah. You're gonna get outraged.
All I can say. What?
I mean, my thing is, my prediction is you're gonna be really outraged.
No. The thing is like we all knew this was gonna come.
Oh yeah.
When you and me had private conversations.
Yeah, I told you months ago they're never gonna last. You know.
Right, and I never asked about the stocks thing because I knew it wasn't fucking real. Because again, like I'm like, okay, like you said earlier, it's on the NASDAQ. It's not like a publicly traded company. I can't fucking invest in the LOLCOw.
Yeah, I know. A stock or a share. It's so funny.
Yeah, no.
But he thinks he's talking to 13-year-old boys. Oh, that's official. You know, it's like that that scene in A Christmas Story when he gets the decoder ring. Oh, this is official. That's like, because kids believe that shit, but he doesn't have a kid audience anymore. You know,
right? Does he not actually read the chat of who's in there, like talking and saying the N word like 50,000 times?
Yeah, I know.
Like,
they're not kids. You know, it's a different audience. You know, it's a whole different ball of wax, and they find different things funny, right? You know, it's
exactly.
You know, that's it. Anything else? Let me try to get through this.
No. Just get on to the next one.
All right, take care, Gamer Gailey. I swear to God, I thought he was going to come in all like I already know. Look at what they did this to you. Really? But who's next?
Modal Joe.
Modal Joe. Okay. Modal Joe, you're on.
Oh, Jesus, I've got both things on. Hold on, sorry.
All right, turn the one thing off and we can talk.
Yeah, just did it. So I just wanted to say, this is kind of gay and lame. Like,
I guess.
You're actually, like, the only, like, you're kind of like the glue holding the entire thing together.
I like to think so, but, you know, who knows? Keem's fucking good at this shit. I'm sure he can make it work.
Who gives a shit? He's already talking about, like, I'm on the LOLCOW live thing right now reading, and he's already talking about the, what's it called? The imaginary shares. So as you said earlier, I do agree with you that he's probably looking at the thing. Like, you know how back then they had, like, those X-ray goggles things that they sell in those magazines?
yeah, like a Boys Life magazine. Remember that magazine for the Boy Scouts? X-ray, and they show you, like, the X-ray things. And my dad said they sold them when he was a kid, too. My dad was born in the 40s. And they would have, like, a guy looking at his hand. You could see the bones, or looking under a chick's skirt or something. And, yeah, it's just X-ray goggles. That's what it was. They're goggles, but they're not. They don't do what you think they do. You know,
it's legitimately just like that. Keem is trying to sell some sort of fantasy over here.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna try and fucking. Like,
I think the sad thing is he thinks he needs that to make it work, and he really doesn't. I mean, these guys are really funny in their own right, but I don't think it's to the level where it's going to satisfy him. You know?
I agree, and that's the thing. Like, that's why I was about to bring up a suggestion. How about you poach wings and just start your own show with it?
Well, with them?
Yeah,
I
think
I've had enough. I'm kind of relieved.
Well,
I'm kind of relieved.
To be fair, I'll give you that. But I did just hear like a few minutes ago that you had something called Glory Hunters. Is that anything like Kick TV? Because I used to follow that.
No, it's all about soccer.
It's not.
It's about world soccer.
No, Kick TV. Kick TV was like a football thing.
No, it's YouTubers, all different types of YouTubers doing football content. That's all it is.
Oh shit! Well, as long as it's not anything like True Geordie, I'll have a.
No, well, I mean, it's True Geordie, but not as phony. How about that?
All right, perfect.
True Geordie started off great, and then he became a YouTuber, and then he became just.
Oh my god! Don't get me started.
True Geordie was great.
I used to watch him all the.
True Geordie was great. I remember when I was doing Shot from the Point hockey. People, you know this guy True Geordie? He's just like you, but he does football instead of. You should switch to football. I remember saying, "Oh, I can't do that. I don't know enough about it." But, you know, ever since I started taking my kid, we basically have a season ticket over. Not an official season ticket. We go to 90% of the games over here. So I'm into it. And I watch MLS, and hell, I was watching Celtic before when they were destroying MLS. So it's a world football thing. But you actually can become a content creator on the show. If you just want to do rants and stuff, we'll upload your stuff. You know, it's like it's just a community project at this point. You know, I don't even expect it to blow up. It's literally what I did to keep myself sane away from Sonic the Hedgehog pedophile types. You know, I started with poker. I went there. Yeah. Anything else, man?
No, I just wanted to say I'm walking from LOLCOW. My membership is going to you because I enjoy your content a lot. So
I appreciate that, but I want to make this abundantly clear. I'm not telling anybody to unsub.
No. This is mine.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make that clear. I want to make that 100% clear. Right, because I don't.
You have a good night.
There's no part of the A2. There's no part of me that really wants to. Will I laugh if it happens? Yes. You know, I mean, like. But yeah, keep him pull it out. He always does. Who's next?
Georgie.
I just dropped my thing. Georgie, you're on the air.
Oh, hello. Okay, that was.
How can I help you?
Well, I was just wondering, because technically, in Keem's words, you made yourself quit. That's what I would. That's why I wanted to record it, right? And that's why I wanted to wait till the show. And that's exactly because I didn't want anybody to say I quit. That's why I kept writing on all my tweets. I did not quit. That is what I wanted. Okay.
Yeah, because if I quit, then nobody gets mad. My insurance policy was the public. That's the only thing I had. You know, and I wasn't going to sign it over to it in a fake NDA.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was looking.
So would you ever consider just coming back because you technically got quit, not fired? So.
I got fired. I didn't quit.
Yeah, but okay. would you still consider coming back to the show?
Sure.
If Keemstar said like,
Sure. But I'm not signing anything. And I'm just doing and in no situation change, no percentage change, no punishments, no fines, none of that stuff. I just go back on. Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool. Boogie was on the call last night on the LOLCOW after the stream, and he was talking about his tattoo, and we was talking about you, and then I said, "Oh, why did you not join the call?" But now you've explained it. I'm like,
well, I said it. I still put it out there.
Now you explained it. I'm like, maybe I take it back now.
Okay. Now I know who you are. Yeah. I couldn't do that. We made plans. They know. I noticed the stream went out saying, "Like, look, Wings, Boogie, I can't do anything tonight. Tomorrow, maybe." And that's when I heard about the stream. Yeah. And that's when this whole phony narrative came that Boogie's taking the Wings, bull by the horns here. If those guys don't work, I'm gonna do it. Like I just had a meeting with them on Thursday, and they didn't want to wing anything anymore. They wanted it more organized.
I did say, like, in chat, like, I understand why you would be so mad about the schedule. Like, that is normal to be mad about.
I'm not mad. I made a promise. It's not even. It wasn't a situation where that I'm upset. I didn't go on last night because I was mad at anybody. I didn't go on last night because I couldn't. That's it. We were because I was told Tuesday. Now I'm always willing to change things, but it couldn't be Saturday. That's it. Look, I'm on now. I've streamed twice. Yeah. Somebody said you were on a 3-week vacation. I've streamed twice since I've been back. It's almost. I've almost been tomorrow. Let's see. Tomorrow I'm back a week.
Well, we're happy you're back, and now we're just waiting for LOLCOW to start. If it starts, probably not, but
I'm sure to kick off. But I'm just gonna go back to doing what I was doing, so I don't expect the big back and forth or anything. Because I don't if he's saying that I'm trying to get his daughter taken away. I'm not responding to that shit because it's ridiculous. It makes me look foolish.
Old news.
Yeah. It's like I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Right. All right. I'll talk to you later.
News,
Take you later.
Thank you. See ya.
Bye. Carlos is his accent's fake. He's not really from London or Essex or wherever the hell it is. Who's next?
Simp Man.
The Simp Man? The Simp Man?
Yep. He's been in there for a while.
Simp Man is on. What up?
Oh, wow. Xylee was fucking right on about this one again.
What did she say?
That you were going to get pushed out.
Oh, it's not. Wasn't a real... I mean, love Xylee and everything, but it wasn't real rocket science. He pushed everybody else out.
Dude, I was actually hyped for LOLCOWs when I heard that you were going to get in there.
Oh yeah, I was going right on the NDA, right into it. I was going right into that shit. This is all a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Yeah. And I'm fucking annoyed, dude, because that was something I was willing to subscribe to, watch because you were a part of it, because you were going to
that also kills the whole narrative. Why did I do this on my own show? I fucking was here all week and I didn't do anything but my own show and said the one stream leading off, not talking about LOLCOW stuff. The only thing you need to know is I'm not signing the NDA because I wanted to wait. People when they went on with their stream. And I'm getting tweets and it's like why aren't you fighting back? Are you a bitch? I'm like, no, I'm waiting to go on there. So I waited. So I waited as long as I could, and then now I have to respond. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I hate the fake confidence that Boogie has now because nobody's there to call him on shit. Wings isn't going to call him out on shit. Fucking Keemstar is only going to do it if it brings.
Yeah, I don't know. Hello?
It's actually high entertainment, but dude, this show sucks. They don't have the angry fucking German dude there.
Yeah, I'm not German. It's
fucking annoying.
I'm not even.
I know.
I'll talk to you later, said man. Unless you have something else. Later. Take care. Bye bye. All right. So,
next in line is Leafy.
Leafy, you're on the air. If you can unmute your microphone.
Yo, what's good? I just wanted to say I think firing the editor isn't going to do anything good for the show.
Well, we all agreed on that on Thursday. Yeah.
I think Pollard should get a pay cut and just do thumbnails because I don't know who's going to do the thumbnails. It can't be Keemstar because he edits his thumbnails in MS Paint, so we all know that's not happening. So I think Pollard should do the thumbnails, but yeah, that's all I really have to say. I just want to watch the train wreck, to be honest.
That might be entertaining.
Yeah, I just want to watch the train wreck. I just used it for background noise, so Yeah, that's all I really have to say. Good luck to you, Tommy, and Keemstar and Wings. No luck to Boogie, he sucks, but yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
Viego's Heart.
Viego's Heart. Viego's Heart, you're on here.
Yeah.
Viego's Heart.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo, Tom. You probably already talked about your problems with the NDA, right?
Yeah, I'm never signing an NDA that's like has no bearing. It's just ridiculous. My biggest problem is
you're not even in the States.
I'm not in the States.
Literally says governance with laws of the state. What the fuck does that mean?
I have no idea because I was never going to sign it, because once I signed it could be used as justification to fire me or fine me. That's why I was never signed it. The idea that it's like, well, take out what you want to take out. I don't know. Like, I don't want to sign it. All right, you want me to sign? You want me to meet you in the middle? Have it have one line. That wasn't even considered. One line. I won't talk about financial stuff. And I even said, I know me signing that, it's not enforceable. And I haven't talked about financial stuff in the past. I haven't mentioned financial stuff in the past. So, like, I never did what I was accused of doing to begin with.
Yeah, I think they yesterday Boogie was trying to make it seem like you like, oh, why does he just do it?
Because I'm not an idiot. I'm not. The reason I'm not in a situation where I actually need that money so fucking bad is why I won't sign that. I make good decisions. At least I hope so. And that's a good decision.
Well, one thing that I just remember right now is, what's the reason why you want to record the calls, the meetings?
I wanted to record the calls because notice how Keem said I quit myself, right? I wanted to record, and I never said the calls. I wanted to record the conversation about the NDA. I did not record the last meeting, by the way. I never said I wanted to record meetings. That particular one about the NDA getting straightened out, their words, right? I wanted that recording so when it ended, they couldn't go to the public and say I quit, and I get in a situation where I didn't quit. No, Keem said I did quit. No, you quit. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
So what did he say? What did he say when I said I want Keem to fire me? He said I actually quit. So that's exactly what I was trying to avoid.
Right. Yeah, because you don't want to end up like who did Mudahar and Nick record a call with the
Mama Max, yeah.
No, Mama Max, the other one, the charity scam.
I have no idea.
The completionist.
The completionist, yeah. You don't want it to be something like that where
No, I don't want anybody saying I did something that I didn't do. Sort of like I said there was kilos of cocaine in his house trying to get his kid taken away. I didn't want anything like that. I didn't want anything like that's what I didn't want. I didn't want to. I didn't say I was going to record all the calls. I didn't want to. I said that particular issue. I said the only way I'd meet him in the middle is if it said one line, and he was not interested. And he kept on repeating, "Take out what you want to take out." Okay, all of it except one line. And I was like, this isn't enforceable in the States. It's illegal. It's not it's not enforceable in the States because it's legal. You can't keep people from talking about their salary, and it's not even legal for me because I have no assets in the States and I don't live there. So the idea was for me to sign it so I could fake. Right. It's a fake NDA, so I could fake violate it, so it could be taken to the public as I violated it. That's why I wouldn't sign it. I understood what I was doing.
For more farm, another episode.
Yeah, another episode. We fired him because he violated the NDA, or even worse, like if you do this, we'll let you back, type of thing. I wasn't gonna do that.
Like Boogie shit.
Yeah. So they'll continue to pretend that the NDA exists and. Whenever he wants to get rid of somebody, he'll use it. And like Boogie was in a position where he couldn't sign the NDA. I am, and all he did was scare the shit. Because remember, Wings didn't want to sign it either, but he was afraid Keem would walk away from the thing. And I was like, well, you walk away on this, that's fine with me because I'm not signing no goddamn phony fake NDA that's not enforceable and that can be used against me in the court of public opinion. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Wings folded too because when
all he had to say was no. All he had to say was no. I'm not signing it. That's all he had to do. He can't get rid of it. They don't realize that. Like the only thing he was probably afraid. He wasn't afraid of getting fired. He was afraid of Keem walking away because he really wants Keem to be like the guy in between.
No, but they were. So he was defending the editor, right? Mm-hmm. He was like the main one defending the editors, which he always does for some reason. Mm-hmm. And but when you came up, he like folded. He was like. Him and Boogie were talking about it, and then he kind of folded. He's just like, Yeah, I did say that Tommy should not be on the show. Like, I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm not even a little surprised, and I'm not mad at him. He's just trying to get an extra $2,000 a month. That's all. That's fine. You know.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not in a situation. That's not going to make or break me. You know, I'll be fine.
Yeah,
I've been fine.
Like you said, they need the show.
They need it, and that's fine.
Get that back from the show.
You know, that's fine. I have no issue. I'm not going to sit here and cry about it or anything like that. I'm not going to wish them bad luck. I'm not going to. None of that's going to happen. I told you that I was never signing NDA because the NDA was going to be used to fire me anyway, and say I quit, and that's why I wanted to record it. And not the meetings. I never said the meetings. I said the meeting. And the last meeting I had that Keem wasn't in was not recorded. You know, yeah, I could have just done it. I could have just done it. I could have just done it, right?
Right.
And he went out and said I quit when I didn't, and then I could put it back out there, and then it just looks like instead of just coming out there and doing what I did today, and then it just looks like I'm a rat that records people. I didn't want to do that, so I said I'm going to record you. You're welcome to record me. That's why I did that. And I'm glad I did.
Okay,
Nick said I should have. Nick said I should have done it. But here's the thing: I would have done it if I really needed that, right? But I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't need it that much, and I don't want people thinking I'm fucking recording them all the time.
Yeah. That's true. So that things that are private, and fucking shit doesn't get leaked out that shouldn't be out in the public.
The NDA was a way to fire me because there's more money coming in. But he couldn't fire me because that means the whole shares and the 25% ownership is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now he can say, well, I talked to Wings and I talked to Boogie. We agreed, and that's the rule. So we have 75%. He's fired. That's what they did to now. So it's all bullshit. All right. Talk to you later.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds
good.
All right. We get some new questions.
Lumpy Willie.
Lumpy Willie, thanks so much. I will read all these before it's over. We're doing a marathon, I guess.
Yep.
Lumpy Willie. I gotta need a beer. Lumpy Willie, you're on the air.
Yo, what's up, Tommy?
Go ahead. Yeah, what's going on? Tell me.
So, yeah, I've just started watching you a little bit recently. I mostly knew about you due to the Mama Mac stuff.
Yeah.
I saw your rant that you did on
You
him.
like that?
Yeah, that was so funny. That was, like, honestly one of the
Well, it
best
wasn't fake.
Yeah, I know. I could tell. That was a real reaction. But what I just wanted to say is yeah, I think it kind of sucks that you're off LOLCOW Live. Like, I genuinely saw you as one of the most sane ones there. One of the people who would actually call out Boogie on his like bullshit or like whatever he would say. And I just feel like that's a key component.
I thought that was what made it funny. And here's another thing too.
Yeah.
Like, I never got angry at those guys, and I think you needed a guy that just could do that and just wash off their back, because like he takes a guy like Muda. Muda really fucking hates the shit out of Boogie. He really, 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 really hates him. I don't hate any of them. And people are getting mad at me because I wasn't like grandstanding on Boogie's cancer thing. I'm like, I'm just not really particularly surprised he did that. I think Keem had it right from the beginning. I mean, he thought he did, and then he thought he did, and then he realized he didn't. He tried to cover it up. That's what I think happened.
Yeah, honestly, that's how I saw it too. I was like, it was so obvious he was either lying about this or like, I don't know.
I think there's a possibility, and it's a possibility that he didn't. The doctor either said this can be cancer, and he misunderstood, and then he realized later, no, he doesn't have the cancer part. And then
that's what
just lucky for him, Destiny understood this shit.
That's what I think 100% happened. I feel like the doctor was like, oh, you could have the cancer, but we're not too sure yet. And then Boogie just instantly got on a YouTube video and is like, guys, I have cancer now. Like, I don't know. I just feel like he was too irrational with that. But another thing was that from yesterday, because I was tuning into the LOLCOW Live just to see Boogie's little meltdown that he was having during that whole stream, which honestly was really entertaining, even though it was just a complete mess. I honestly got super upset when he was saying that, like, oh, Tommy, why does he need a vacation? When it was like, I was like, dude, like,
he had no problem with it when I told him. But I had no problem with it. I told him, I gave them 4 or 5 months notice. He had no problem with it then. Now he's got a problem with it.
Yeah, it was just.
And I wasn't on vacation yesterday. I was told we were working Tuesday and made plans. That's what happened.
Honestly, it was it was just crazy to me to hear him say like, "Oh, why does he need? He just talks into a microphone for 4 hours. Like, why does he need a vacation?" And I'm like, dude, like Tommy has a family. Like, is it wrong for him to spend time with his family?
Well, I
like,
can make a schedule and stick to it, and he can't. And yeah, I got other stuff going on.
Yeah, it was just the sense of entitlement that he had that whole stream was just
I think
like.
they just told him to say.
The whole chat.
I honestly, I think you're reading too much into it. They wanted to get it like I was slacking off. I think that's what you're missing.
Yeah,
yeah.
that I 100% got it like that, but it was just I don't know, it was just insane.
It was pretty fun.
But
well, you get streams here at least for a week, so there you go.
I know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those.
All right.
Anyways,
all right.
that was all I wanted to say. That was my piece I want to say.
Take care.
All right, good luck, Tommy.
All right, bye-bye. Who's next?
Blowy's ego.
Glowy's ego.
Glowy,
not Blowy's.
Oh.
Glowy.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Well, first, honor to meet you, Tommy. I think you're the best host of LOLCOW Live.
Thank you.
But the second thing is, did anyone notice that Boogie was trying to imitate Keem the entirety of the disaster stream?
Sure, he's an actor. He's a bad actor. Yes, I did. I think the whole thing was Keem's idea. How about that? I don't know that for a fact. I think it was his idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Why not? He deleted it when I deleted the stream. All of a sudden, my perms went away.
Well, I think it's because Keem is not smart enough to do that.
What do you mean? Personally. My perms went away when I deleted the initial stream. Who did that?
I think that was Keem, but I don't think Keem somehow manipulated Boogie into imitating him, because that would require
Keem to imitating him. No, Boogie. Look. I told them that I couldn't do it today, and that's when they wanted to stream immediately. And me and Wings were completely confused. And then he starts posting, these guys can't get their shit together, right?
Yeah.
And then I can't get a hold of him all of a sudden, even though I got his phone number. I'm sorry, you got to do the math, buddy. But hey, you're entitled to believe what you like. I don't think it's really difficult to go on there and like take charge and stream. I don't care how it comes out, but just bash Tommy. That's not really that's not like high end 4D chess.
Yeah,
and when it didn't work, he had to come on and then make the case. It was all about making a case that why I didn't belong there, and they couldn't get the poll numbers they wanted.
Yeah, well, Boogie is shit at arguing, and he can't even run a poll correctly. Yeah. I mean, the entire stream, he was basically trying to throw Wings under the bus and force him to fire you. I say you just take Wings and Bungie and just make that part of the SFT main stuff, and have Mudahar on as a guest.
That'd be funny.
That's all.
That'd be funny. All right, Chloe, you take care. Maybe if it does break up, I can snatch Wings for a podcast. That might be fun. Yeah.
All right, thanks. This has been an honor.
Take care. No, thank you, sir. Thank you. You're the honor. Anything else? What do we got?
LOLCOW is the next one. Yeah, I'm here.
Krulisco, you're on air.
However you pronounce it.
How's it going?
Great.
I became a fan through LOLCOW, actually. I'd never really heard of you before then, and I started enjoying you now Boogie on his bullshit. So it's pretty... I've got a quick question about... So obviously now there's no shares, like no one has 25%. So I'm wondering, like, did money ever change hands when Boogie was basically kicked off?
I doubt it. Well, he told me he did. They did change hands, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, but Wings was kind of in on it as well, because Wings was saying to Keem, "Oh, I heard you bought him out for like."
Wings believes it. Wings believes it.
That's what
Boogie's like. Wings does believe it. Wings believes it. That's because this conversation came up. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? You're gonna fucking bullshit me? They're like, oh no, that was real. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ.
That's what I thought. I thought that they just believe it.
Well, I'm pretty sure Boogie doesn't believe it, because I'm sure no money changed hands, like you said. I mean, there'd be a record for it and everything. Yeah.
And last thing from you is, are you a big Celtic fan?
I wouldn't say big. I watched the first half today, but I watched the first half today. But I watch the Old Firm, and I watch when they're in Europe, and that's it. And my dream is they'll get in the FA and go to the Premier League where they belong. That's my dream. I think they should put them both over there. I think the Scottish League should be a development league for Scottish blokes, as they say. And I think it would be a much better. It won't be as much money, but it'd be a much better league to watch, because I watched Dundee and Dundee United today, and that was an awesome game. So I'd love to see those two big clubs go into the FA somehow. Even if they drop down to championship level, they'd be making so much money. and they could actually within 10 to 20 years they could be like a powerhouse in Europe because they have the fan base, and I know in the States they're popular as well. So yeah. So I wouldn't say I'm a big Celtic fan. I went there, but it's just kind of a side team.
Aye.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All good.
All right.
Thanks for having me on.
Talk to you later. Bye bye.
See ya.
It's probably Rangers. Who's next?
Quack.
Quack. Go ahead.
Slowly making our way through them.
Way. Hello.
How you doing?
Do you think that Keemstar has some form of infantile alcohol syndrome? He kind of
no idea. I think he's nuts, but I have no idea what caused it. I have no idea.
I don't get it.
Listen, fuckhead.
Yeah, I think Keem.
I know, but
I think the business changed a bit, and I think Keem was one of the first guys in there. Look, Keem. The whole idea behind Drama Alert and reporting like the story behind the story in influencers world, and the boxing stuff he's done, and the stunts that he's pulled, and baited, and I think you really got to give him a lot of credit on what he's able to create. I'm not capable of doing that. That's unfortunate. I wish I was that good and what have you. But I think what happened was, I think his audience grew up. I think that the face of the platform changed. I do not think it was. I think he got hurt by going. I think they both hurt each other. Him and that big fuck. Even though I was 100% on his side when he went at it with H3, I think that hurt them both. But look, I think
probably dodged between them.
I think once he understands his audience a little better and he understands how old they are, I think he'll adjust to it, because if he's a survivor, so he'll figure out. As far as like the way he runs, he's a terrible manager. He's talent. He's not a manager. And being a good businessman doesn't mean you're a good manager. It just makes you good decisions to make money. I think he's probably pretty good at that too. But as far as managing talent or team work situation, he's not cut out for it. And I think that's a fair criticism.
He's just shite in general, isn't he? You can't fucking think for himself. I mean, he works on fucking Snapchat, doesn't he? That's why.
I don't have Snapchat. I've never actually watched a drama on Snapchat. But
I think he did. I think he did.
I know he does. I think he makes
he fucking had.
I don't bother.
Yeah.
With
He had that really fucking gay tweet. Fucking, what was it? Fight or something. I just sent a bunch of images of him riding that dildo on the train tracks.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
it's not him doing it, but go ahead. Thank
not?
you.
It's funny.
Thank you. Reynolds Hughes. I'm still kidding.
He looks exactly like him.
Have a good day, Quack. It's nice to talk to you. Go Celtic.
Go on.
All right, talk to you later.
Celtic.
You don't like Celtic? Yeah.
Do you want to spice it up? Because
hell.
I think we have Kavos. We have Kavos.
Oh, okay. The great Kavos. How are
sorry,
you,
guys.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
My friend, what team do you support? You a Chelsea guy or?
So I grew up because my family came over from Ireland, so I support Manchester United.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
And then my local team are Brentford. So
okay. So that's right. You told me that. You told me that in London.
We did my season ticket holders there.
Do you go? Do you go to because I started going to my local German team and I fell in love with it again. And we got promoted, and then we also got demoted last year. I actually got to see St. Pauli win the championship in our building. It's been I like lower league football so much better, and MLS so much better than I like the Prem. But
100%. Even when Brentford were in lower leagues, I used to go when I was 9 years old with my granddad. League Two.
It's awesome.
So the games would be so good.
First of all, League Two is a pretty high level.
But Brentford weren't winning League Two either. They were doing really bad in League Two. And then now we're in the Premier League, so
there you go. That's pretty awesome. All right.
Yeah,
all right, what do you got for me, man?
I'm just laughing, man, at the old shares situation. So you guys never got actual shares? It's just
there's nothing written on paper. I never received anything. I don't own anything. It was just baited. It was just it was set up just like baited. They got the money at the end of the month. They sent it out. That's it.
So when Keem said he bought Boogie's shares, what happened? Did he?
I don't know. I think it's all bullshit personally, but I have no idea. Boogie swear to God they're real, and he traded them. I don't have any. I don't know how it happened. That's what he told me. I don't know what to tell you. It's all it's
LOLCOW Live its own business. Is it registered as its own business?
I got paid by Keem LLC.
So it's under Keem's.
Yeah, but I'm not employed. I've never been. I'm not employed by Keem LLC. I'm just paid by them.
so many companies under that LLC already.
I have no idea. I have no idea. All I did was expect to be paid for what I produced. That's all I ever expected. I'm a podcaster, professional podcaster. That's all I expected. You know?
Yeah, I actually love the show though. I love watching it. I used to watch it, just the episodes of you three on it, just Wings, Boogie, and you. And I just used to like your dynamic with you three was pretty funny.
I think it was funny. I think a lot of like some people didn't like that because like we weren't always fighting, because I thought like if I was coming in there to be a prick every week, it just wasn't organic, you know. But I liked it. My favorite episode I think was with his brother. I thought that was hysterical.
Yeah,
you know, I really liked the shorts. I liked all that stuff. So I look, like, this is not a baited situation at all. I mean, I can't say that enough. I had a great time, and I knew this was going to happen because I knew I worked for. You know, I actually kind of like, without getting too personal, I went at it this time kind of like you worked with him. That was kind of my attitude, because we had a sort of a conversation about the old days 2 years ago in London, and I'm like, I'm going to do it like Kavos does it. You know, like how he works with him. And so I'm just going to, you know, ride out, roll my eyes when the bullshit comes, and then be like those, everybody's calling it the straight man, and be the straight man, so to speak, you know, and with those two guys. I did the best I could, I swear to God. You know, and
yeah, for sure. I mean, even watching you guys talk, like, I used to like when I used to watch the shows and stuff, like seeing you guys kind of interact in such a, like, it was sometimes like a pleasant way. It was weird to watch sometimes.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed that too. And but I always assumed that they'd do something goofy, and then I could, you know, go back in there. I really enjoyed that whole thing. I thought it was great. It didn't get the most of the hits. Keem got most of the hits with the stream, and then, you know, I went in there. I started enjoying the streams, and initially I didn't, but eventually I did, and I like doing the streams. It was fucking awesome. You know?
Yeah. Is he back full time on that then, Keem?
What's that?
Is he back on that show full time?
Who's back on the show full time?
Keem. Is he on LOLCOW?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I gotta be honest with you, I'm really relieved.
Well, you better hope he is now, because like,
I think that may have been the idea too. I'm not gonna be. Yeah, that may have been the idea. I don't know if he's ever gonna be. He almost has to be now. You know, you're gonna let those two do it, because I doubt he's gonna let them destroy themselves like he did last night. I don't think he's gonna let them do that. He said, I think the idea was like, look, I gave it to you. You're on your own, and what have you. See, you can't do it without me. You know, I mean, it's just like, it was such a telegraph punch. You know, and like, when I saw stuff like that, I just ignored it until I couldn't ignore it, and the NDA was the line. You know, I was like, signing no fucking NDA. Fire me like a man. Yeah. You know. So that's
when
it.
Are you coming back to the UK, Tommy? Have you not seen how lovely it looks recently?
Jesus Christ, jeez! Like you know, I was telling Nick, you met him, I think, when we were in London. I said, you know, I'm flipping through Twitter, and it almost looks like a race war broke out in UK. I know that's not exactly; it's more complicated than that. But if you just looked at it like a cursory glance, it looks like a race war is developing. And then I watched your prime minister just make it like pour gasoline on it.
Yeah.
You know?
It does look like it, like from the stuff on Twitter. I mean, where I am at the moment, there's not really been much. It's more, I don't think it's around this part of London really, but it's a lot of the north.
It could spread. I think it's went all the way from Blackpool to Liverpool. I think Stoke things are starting to heat up over there. I mean, this is not good. You know. Yeah. So I'll come. We go. I want to go to a Prem game really bad. I don't even care which one, whether it's, you know, any of the London teams, whether it's Chelsea or
Brentford near me. That'd be
Brentford. Maybe I should go that way. Like, is there tickets available, or is it sold out all the time? Like, I'll go to see Brentford.
It is sold out quite a lot, but I think you'd be able to get tickets.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
If you do, let me know anyway. If you're
can I fly directly to Essex? Because I really hate flying to London.
Can you? Yeah, you probably can.
I hate going to London. I hate it.
Do you?
Yes, because it takes like 2 hours. The city's bigger than New York, and I didn't know that, right? And then you get, it's like a $200 cab ride, and I'm not going to that fucking tunnel, especially in the summer. And it's just like, I remember I was supposed to go off like, I don't know, a couple more blocks. I just got off in Piccadilly Circus, and I was supposed to be in I don't know, the area where Amy Winehouse is from. It starts with the C, Camden, which is a place in New Jersey too. It was a real dump. And I just got out there, and I got in a cab. I can't stand it. I cannot stand how busy it is. It's nuts. And I grew up outside of New York. But yeah, I'd rather go straight. I'm sick of the city in England. I want to see some of the more beautiful shit, and you live closer to it. You know,
Yeah,
you live in the New Jersey of England, literally the New Jersey of England.
Yeah. Nice parts of London as well, but like
yeah,
the part of London you were
I'm not
Hackney.
Oh no, the part
were you staying in Hackney, weren't you?
I forget where we were staying last time. That wasn't Camden was a lot nicer. I don't know where we were.
Hackney's not that great.
That wasn't that great at all. A lot of trash in the
No.
streets and what have you. I had a good time though.
Yeah.
You know, and you knew everything that was going on. You should have seen this guy, G, and he's like, let's go back to this club and what have you. And I was just like, I'm too old and too drunk. And he's all like dressed to the nines and stuff like this. I was like, I gotta go home. I hope I'm not being a bad friend, but I'm too old.
We just went to the chicken shop.
Oh God, it was so. No, you tried to get us in some fancy club. I remember that.
No, we tried getting into this place, and then I think someone who was with us had it had like some bag or some shit. It was only
that was it. Yeah. And I just totally forgot about that.
And then after that, we tried going to the club, and it was like, actually,
no, fuck it. Let's just call it a night. It was a great night, so it didn't really. Like, I think that's what I said. This has been awesome. It's good seeing you. I'm going to bed. You know. And it was that. Well, I had a great time over there. All right, Cabo. So, but that's basically it. You know, the NDA's in the if the NDA's in the chat if you need it or something like that, or you need it from me. So there you go. Talk to you later. All right, bye. Who's next?
Let's get Sachimo in there because he apparently has something. He DM'd me, so he's got something to say.
Sachimo, go.
Hello.
Come on.
Sachimo, go.
Hey, how's it going?
You tell me, man.
Good. I just want to say I've been listening the 2 weeks to this. It's probably the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I just can't. So I would be doing like work, and I'd come home and just listen to the stream, and like I couldn't leave. Like I could not stop listening to it. I know like the situation's intentional, but the shit that like Boogie has said made me so fucking hard. I cannot.
Okay.
I cannot believe it.
Then don't. I don't know what to tell you. You know?
No, I believe it, but I just can't believe he's like a real person.
Oh, Boogie? Yeah, it is tough. Yeah. He'll
Yeah.
lie about anything. It really is unbelievable. You know, there's just no end. There's no end. He needs some money, man. He needs money hard. He's hard up. He's going to do what it takes, and he doesn't have a problem with it, you know? There is something more honorable in being homeless than doing what he does. I gotta be honest.
I saw this comment. It was like the lengths this man will go to not get a job.
That's really. I'd rather work at McDonald's and get a tattoo on my face. I got news for you.
And get your tipples twisted.
No, don't want that. All right, I'll talk to you later, man. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Take care. Who's next?
Xylee, get Xylee in here.
Xylee's been in there forever. Xylee, how are you?
Yeah.
I heard you made the call that this thing was going to fall apart, Xylee. How did you come up with that?
Okay, first of all, Simp Man's a retard.
Yeah.
What I was saying was that it looked like, okay, socially it would have been bad for them to say, okay, Tommy's fired. It would have looked better if you would have quit. All right.
I don't think it'd look better if I'd have quit. You know.
No, I think it would have looked better for them if you would have quit. You know what I'm saying? In other words, they wouldn't get the pushback. Oh, you fired Tommy. You fired Tommy. You know what I'm saying? So I think they were trying to avoid that by pushing you out to piss you off enough to say, you know what, middle finger in the air, fuck you, I'm out. But you didn't do that.
No, I think he was expecting that. He even said something to me.
Exactly.
He was expecting like this is going to go the same way it went last time. You're not going to fucking win. And it's like, well, it's not about winning. I'm not signing the NDA. Right. You know, it's not about that. And I think he's going to go the same way. It's like, well, I'm a lot old. I was 39. You know, I was going through a tough time. I was unemployed. I was pissed off at the whole fucking world. I didn't know anything about this stuff. I had a trial by fire, and I know this stuff. I know content comes and goes, and content creator comes and goes, and I got to be grateful for being around this long at this level because nobody is able to really stretch the money like I am. You know, like and have a savings. You know, like I put a bunch of money up for Didn't look like we got the house, a down payment on the house, and that has nothing to do with LOLCOW. Like none of it. You know.
Right. No, I think you played this absolutely perfectly, and just like Stardust did, you did it with grace.
Nobody wants an ingrate. Nobody wants a bitch. Nobody wants a complainer. Nobody wants a victim, right?
Yeah.
And I that's like to me last time it's like, well, if I just show like how mean he really is, everybody knows he's fucking mean, you know, and you know, it didn't work. And you know, there's another thing too, like when you have like 13, 14-year-old fans and you tell the world that I was begging him for money to feed my family. You know, it's the same thing. It wasn't that I was making fun of him because he said he took coke at a MLS or MLG event. It was I said he had tons of kilos of cocaine to get his daughter removed. That's how like one situation gets transferred to another. And this is pretty much the same shit. So I was kind of used to his tricks at that point. And I don't get angry at him anymore. And I was pissed off back then for other reasons that had nothing to do with life. But now I know this game a lot better, and I know things come and go.
That's the thing. When you're dealing with Keemstar directly, like as in you're in the situation, the best thing to do is not get mad at him. Because as soon as you get mad at him and you start throwing a fit, that means he won.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his fans don't want that either. So whatever. Anything else, Siley?
I just wanted to pop in because I'm doing the housewife stuff, cooking dinner.
Nice.
But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say you're handling it great. I wouldn't have signed that fucking NDA either. I would have told him to shove it up his ass.
I did.
And you rocked it.
I did.
I know you did. It was amazing. And I loved
did. And by the way, I didn't do it after I said no. I said no, and I said kiss my ass. You know, publicly.
I know that's right. Yeah. Kiss my ass. All right. You have a great day, man.
Take it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so yeah. Let's see.
Lord Vega just popped in.
Lord Vega, is he in there? I don't see
he
him.
just popped. He just joined.
There he is. Oh,
third podcast anniversary, Tommy. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
How you doing? Hey, you know, I was thinking of you. Did you see that sniper getting interviewed on Vlad TV?
Oh no, I didn't.
The black guy. You know who he is? I forgot his name.
Oh, the guy you told me about, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. You got to watch his stuff. I think we were wrong, by the way. I think there might be. So? I think there might be something to it. Yeah. But you know why? Because of the way the Secret Service answered the questions, or rather, the way they didn't.
Yeah.
Like now I'm not like. Here's the thing. Like with my little military experience, like I'm sorry. Like your explanation was reasonable, probably, and I'm surprised they didn't use your explanation. The snipers on the roof are the deterrent because it's just the thing's too close. The building's too close to the snipers. Nobody's going to get up there. And I think what happened was he your theory was like they were probably scanning 700 or 800 yards out and didn't expect somebody to come in under 100 yards. And then when they did, they took them down. But now I don't believe that. I don't believe that anymore. I don't know how they couldn't all they could have done is tell, hey, put a cop on the roof. A cop.
Yeah, but Tommy, I don't think we had the info. I don't.
No, we didn't. We did.
But just to quickly say,
the
on that matter was I don't think we could have predicted that a kid walked up with a ladder. He had a rifle over his shoulder.
Well, now he doesn't have the ladder's gone. The ladder's gone. The ladder. Now they're saying the ladder. You just climbed up.
Oh, okay.
And there were guys in there. There were guys in the building.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't buy it at all anymore. I think something's up. What's up, or whether Joe Biden tried to kill him, I don't know. But that, I think we might have got that wrong. That's just simple. You put there's a nest 100 yards out. Put a cop up there. Put a Secret Service. Just have him stand there. That's it.
Yeah, but I think we mentioned that, and
mentioned. Well, yeah, you played that. Yeah. You said that it was definitely a failure, which I agree with you. But I mean,
It'll
think
always be that,
even with I started thinking about it logistically. Like even with you could always say, Bob, stand there.
That's the point, bitch.
Why? That's it. Yeah. All right. Anything else? What do you got, brother?
No, I was gonna say. You know what this reminds me of? Where you ever seen Dave Chappelle?
Sure.
Where P Diddy, he's acting like P Diddy, and every time the crew that he's putting together for the band, he walks in and he's just like, "I'm sorry, y'all. I got bad news. Shutting down the studio."
I haven't seen that bit.
And then the next episode, he's like, "Guys, y'all didn't give me my pound cake." shut down the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just reminds me, like, Keemstar just like, you know what, you're fired, or you know what, we're not doing this anymore. It's just a continuous thing. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. But again, I knew what I got into. All right.
Of course. But you keep on rolling with your show, man. That's your show. Throughout all the podcasts that come and go, it don't matter. You're on there. It's successful, and then you come. You know, you're still sticking with the SFTP. Legendary.
If there's something else, if something else comes up that interests me, or I want to do something different, then I'll do it. But yeah, SFTP's here for them. I know we're doing the last season bit, but it was a joke, you know.
Yeah.
So all right, let me get to some of these other ones because I'm going on.
All right, man.
2.5
Mad
hours.
love, bro.
Take care. Peace.
Later.
Big everybody. Check him out on Nick's podcast with Turkey Tom. The fuck is it called? Jeannie? Half Baked.
Half Baked.
Half Baked. Check him out on Half Baked. Who's next?
Get Leia or Leah.
Leah?
Something.
Leah something? Okay.
Yeah.
Leah something.
Yeah, just trying to get the big names out of here.
Leah something.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, so I work in corporate America, so it's just like the whole NDA thing is I'm just perplexed by it as to why Keem did it. Like Keem says it's a business move, and he's trying to do it because he's trying to prevent employees from talking about their salaries,
which is illegal.
But as a company, you want your employees talking about their salaries. Like the company that I work for, we have a HR policy where you can talk to other employees about your salary, or talk to other people.
Well, here's the thing:
about your
I don't
salary.
work for a company, and I never have and I don't work for. I'm not an employee of Keem LLC. I was simply paid by whatever conglomerate that is. That's it.
Oh,
I was never.
Tommy?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but it seems that I just sent you that they are going to have a new show tomorrow night, LOLCOW, and then replacement recruitments.
Okay. Good luck, everybody. Enjoy. Hope you have as much fun as I did.
So I'm surprised that Willie and Nick were offered something.
Yeah, they were off not of this show. They were offered stuff for something else, and they told them no. And I think unless you're in bad, like I think that's Akeem's going to find anybody who's going to work for him are in bad shape.
Yeah,
you know that's because you got to be nuts to work with him. He's so schizophrenic behind the scenes. You know, you got to be out of your mind. If you like chaos like I do, and you don't have much to lose, maybe, but you got to be desperate. I think you're seeing a pattern here. You got him. You got Def Noodles is in bad shape, from what I understand. Hopefully not from what I'm rooting for Def Noodles. That's the kind of employee he wants. But again, there's not an employee. At best, I was a contractor without a contract. At best.
Yeah.
It was never as big as everybody said. I made about $2 extra grand enough, good money for the amount of hours I put in. That's all it was, and that's what they want to do too. That's fine. You know.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Willie and Nick say no, and then this stuff with you. This is very eye opening to everyone. So hopefully the next person they pick knows about this stuff and knows what they're getting into.
Yeah, I don't.
But anyways.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope you had a good vacation.
Great vacation.
Everything.
I'm totally rested.
Okay, that's good.
No, I'm good. Okay, great time. I wouldn't let anybody ruin it for me. Take care. Bye bye. So
Jessica Pizzle. Let's get her on.
Jessica Pizzle.
Yeah, let's get all the women on.
Hi. Sorry. Hi, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I have to ask, because wasn't Keem's biggest thing in the beginning was he doesn't want to be a part of it? Because I remember him every time he was on camera.
I think that was until I made it cool to be a LOLCOW. That's my then he felt comfortable working with them. From what I understand, like he was really uncomfortable with it because he didn't want to be called a LOLCOW. Because if you're gonna work with Boogie's Wings and call it a LOLCOW, you're going to be a LOLCOW. I didn't care. And once I made that okay to do it, and you could be a non-LOLCOW, so to speak. And the way I handled it was, Tommy, why are you a LOLCOW? I don't know. Check my thread on or like you think you're above it, but you're not. No, I'm not above it. I'm a LOLCOW. That's the way I handled it. And I think once that sort of like seal had been broken, then he was real comfortable with firing up streams.
Yeah. Oh man. No, like Keem's like And you did say something like Keem is really good at creating great things, but he's also great at killing those things as soon as they begin to gain real traction.
He cannot manage. He's a business guy as far as this stuff's concerned, but that's not management of people. Management of people is leadership, and he ain't a leader. You know, like his whole management style is intimidation.
And I know that you said, you know, it's not really a baited thing, but from all I know about baited is the
same thing happened. It is a baited hit from that perspective. It's just I don't feel the same way.
No, no, because it's finances, and that's Keem's.
It's all everybody's talking about it. Talking about it. He brought it up. They brought it up. I didn't, and I was like technically want to look at it punished for something I never did, and I knew not to do. I knew not to do. You know.
And he started getting mad about them talking about finances because people were like, "Oh, Keem, you're being greedy. You're taking money. And then he goes and takes apparently more money, like this shares that doesn't even exist. And from what I remember of the NDA, it didn't even include finances because his lawyer wrote it. Keem didn't even read it, and his lawyer knows you can't include finances. Finances is not.
It looked pretty open to me. The way I'm not a lawyer. It looked pretty open.
Extremely open. Yeah. It was basically.
You read it already? Because I just put it out about an hour or two ago.
Yeah.
You know.
The whole thing. I haven't read the whole thing yet. I read the initial one that you.
Looked like it was all over the place to me, but I'm not a fucking lawyer, and even if it was, there's no reason to sign an NDA.
Yeah. No, and that's the other thing is. Keem put out the NDA to see who's gonna sit there and bend the knee to me, and you didn't. And he was like, "All right, well, Tommy's not gonna bend the knee. I guess I guess it's bend it all over again. Got to get him out."
Yeah. I think that's really what it came down to is like bending the knee. I mean, as soon as I wouldn't do it, then and that's what I'm talking about with the chess pieces. That's how he has fun. It could be the money. But ordering people around and shit like that and doing whatever it is he does, I think taking credit's really more important than him than anything. If he let's say he left the show go on and we pulled like 10,000 and then 20 the next week or something like that and kept it going, I would have been out. He would have came running back because the spotlight was still there. What he wanted is it to fail to say, hey, look, I gave these guys everything, and I even have the screenshots of those. Yeah. Everything, and you dropped the ball. That was the narrative. It's all narrative creation, you know. So there you go.
But also, stop saying that Boogie needs money because he didn't need money. He doesn't need money. If he needed money, he would have taken. If he doesn't need money, boy, he acts it. Yeah, no, he does. He acts it. He doesn't need money. He's getting money from Keem still. He's not fired. He's not off the show. He's still getting that money, and he's still getting like. Residual money from his channel, and who knows what he gets from Twitter. He doesn't need money. If he really needed money, people who really need money don't turn down $80,000 to privately show one person a confirmation.
I suppose. I suppose that was a pride thing. My pride thing, his pride thing was not showing that thing. He couldn't show it. He was lying.
His pride, it's not even a pride thing because he got a liar tattooed on his. He's done so many things he's willing to do so much that all his little things about pride, about money is like off the table. You've screwed yourself.
Yeah, I got you. I don't know. Everybody wants to concentrate on Boogie. Like I have no like ill will towards Boogie, and like
I know you don't.
What he did was make money for the show. That's all he did.
No, you're so freaking nice, and I just want people to tear.
It's not me being nice. I don't care. I don't care that you lied about cancer. I don't give a fuck. You know, I got in the LOLCOW podcast with Keemstar, Wings, and Boogie. I expected crazy shit to happen, and it did. I don't care. You know, I don't care. It's why I'm not mad. It's not why I just don't care. I can't. To me, that's for the audience. My job is just to be there and call them out and do what I did. That's it. You know, that's it. All right,
well, that's all I got.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye. Oh boy, I promised everybody, so let's do this. Jeannie.
Next up is Cuban. Sorry, I had my mic muted. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Go ahead, sweetheart. Go ahead. Cuban. What do you want, Cuban?
I just only want to say one thing. It's like fucking Boogie loves to fucking make anyone whenever he's losing and he can see a win out of it, he wants to act all confident. That is such fake confidence.
It is fake. I mean, I think the whole thing was put together, to be perfectly honest with you. But I really don't want to talk about Boogie. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah,
like everything he said, I don't feel the way you guys feel. I don't have the relationship with him that the audience has a relationship. I don't. I just don't care. He made the cast a bunch of money by doing that stupid shit. Because he doesn't, he's incapable of telling the truth, and I knew that as soon as I met him.
I was like, what I'm wondering is, why is Keemstar's been through this? He's been through multiple podcasts and everything like that. Like, why is he doing this whole?
You could always play like, look, it wasn't his fault that he hired me. It was Nick's fault. So he can always rationalize it. There's your answer.
That is
It wasn't my fault. It was Salvo's. It wasn't this fault. I mean, God, Salvo's telling me he wasn't even helping with the gas money getting over there. I think eventually he did, but it's just, this is the way he operates, and he expects it to go smoothly. And if it doesn't go smoothly, then it's everybody else's fault but his. That's just the way he operates. I knew that going in, so you can't even say, "Oh God, poor Tommy." Like that, I know that. I knew it. That's just the way it works.
It's also weird. This is always the start of the end of any podcast he does.
Yeah, and it's gonna be more drama over there, and it doesn't end. It'll be something else.
I mean, I'll somewhat keep watching. The only thing I really hated when I was watching was or I wasn't really watching. I was working and I'm just hearing fucking Boogie make up all the shit. I was like, fuck, I don't like this, and I don't want to be angry before work.
Yeah. I don't want to stay up late anymore. So that's that. There you go. I can go to bed like a normal person.
Yeah, there's like their little thing is like Tommy was off for so long. It's like Tommy lives in Europe. That's not.
I was a bad person for not traveling over there. God, I'm glad I didn't do that. Oh my God. I know. Really God, I'm glad I didn't do that. All right, Cuban, you take care.
You too.
Bye bye. Who else? Oh, she's not here. I guess I got to pick a rando. Who's in there? I'll put somebody I know. Mike the Bike.
Yo, what's up, Tommy?
What's up, man?
Does the mic sound good? I know it was.
Yes, you sound real good. You sound real good.
All right, perfect. I just wanted to say, man, like, I find, because I was in Stardust. I actually called into Stardust stream yesterday, and there's just some of these Keem fans are so wild. They're like, Tommy didn't make a business trip for someone that's helping him feed his family. I'm like, wow, that's still going on like 6 years later or 8 years later. Like,
I'm not like I guess if that was a problem, I'd have signed the NDA.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
I'm like, you want this guy to go this guy to go from Germany,
and then my personal favorite is don't worry, the show's paid for it. That's not my money.
Yeah. Like, yeah, the show's gonna pay for it, and then I'm not gonna have a paycheck. Someone in the chat was like, if you work for a business, don't you have to take business trips? I'm like, not if it takes an entire month of my salary. I'm not gonna take a business trip. What are you talking about?
You know, she takes business trips. Actually, if you're part of a corporation, I have taken business trips. Everything's paid for, including the hotel.
No, I know. I know. I mean, I haven't been on a business trip,
This
but I know
is
people
what
go on
I'm
business
talking
trips.
about.
They
This
get paid for
is
it.
what I'm talking about. Is like those like the Keem fans? You're not even talking about Keem fans. You're talking about young people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know how that works. Yeah. You know, they probably don't have a parent that carries a suit or carries a suitcase and a suit to work. They don't know how that works. You know.
But no, I think I just wanted to say, like, you already know this, but I'm just reiterating. You were great on the show, and I think you killed it on the Cyrax episode. I loved that episode. I've rewatched that episode like 2 or 3 times.
Liked it. It was fun. That was a blast. That was a blast. I like that one.
I was hoping more from LOLCOW like that, where more LOLCOWs would be brought on and just
a lot of people were, but we couldn't get them on because of the title. I mean, Wings kind of said that as we're cutting our own throat by calling it LOLCOW anything because people won't go on because they're the LOLCOW. The only one that was stupid enough to do it was him. The other problem was, and I told the audiences, I went in the servers, they were terrified of the fans. People come. I had big YouTubers. I had one fucking million sub YouTuber that have a really good relationship. I honestly believe he was dreading me asking him, and he wrote something ahead of time and copied and pasted as soon as I asked because it was an immediate response.
Right.
Like, it was immediate. They let a lot of people did not want to go on because they were terrified of the audience, and some of that was like overblown. They shouldn't have been that terrified. But they, when we lost those sponsors through Wings Trolls, that was a real death knell to make serious money. That was a killer.
Shot the point, bitch.
That was a killer. That's when it became just like an extra $2,000 a month, because that was
the LOLCOW podcast. It would have always been like a very like kind of like toxic kind of thing to try and run as a full blown business kind of thing that Keem quote unquote wants to make it. But like I think there's certain LOLCOWs that you wouldn't be able to trick on, but there's people like Cyrax when he came on, he's like, yeah, it's great what you guys are doing here, defending LOLCOWs and this and that. It's like, you're an idiot.
He said that? I didn't even know.
That are that stupid.
I didn't realize he
was
said
like
that. Oh, so
he was saying something along the lines of like, no, it's great what you guys do here, giving the LOLCOWs a voice, letting them speak their mind. It's like, what are you talking about, dude?
That's
You
so
fucking
funny.
idiot.
You're the butt of the
But there's
joke.
other dummies like that are LOLCOWs that they won't do the research. They're just like, oh, well, this is my safe space now. It's like, no,
that's
really.
so funny.
Yeah. Look, I think it's time for Catch 33 to come back.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
That's
come out of
a
this.
great idea. I'm gonna.
Anyways, I'm gonna hop off. Have a great
Take
night,
care.
Tommy.
Bye-bye. Oh man.
Okay. Next is Maximum.
Maximum, you're on the air.
Yo, what's up? You hear me?
You're good.
Yes,
I just
you
want to
can be
say
loud and
something.
clear.
If anybody wants to challenge me too, this is not like anybody, like my server's open. It's not, I'm not trying to I haven't checked, what's her name came on and challenged me a little bit. But if you have an issue, I think I could actually explain anything, but I think I've done it already, if I haven't done it already. But go ahead. Maximum, go.
Yeah, so I don't really have an issue. I just want to bring up one thing.
Mhm.
So Keem was talking about how he didn't want to repeat a PKA with Boogie and offer him a path back. Now I don't know a lot about the Wings PKA situation.
I don't know too much about that. Yeah.
Didn't it start over Wings not really wanting doing a trip or whatever, and being lazy or whatever, which is the narrative they're trying to push with you or something.
No,
Am I
I
off
don't.
on that?
I think he just wanted to fucking use the money so we could all stand around and fucking. It's just an ego thing. I think everything that really Keem does is driven by ego. I don't think the NDA just to sign it. That's what drives him, just to show up, And he thinks he can spin it to the audience to where it doesn't matter that I live in a fucking across the ocean. It's going to cost me thousands of dollars just to go there and back. I might have if I would have got there and found out we weren't doing content, I might have took the next plane out. I would have tried to got home early or at least went back to my hotel. I would have been furious if I found out we weren't doing content there and I went out there. But I didn't. It was just too much money. I couldn't justify it right before the vacation that I notified them months in advance, like you're supposed to do. So yeah, it's not and I think that's where the thing came up where he's kind of not saying it outright, but we're making $10,000 a month. If it was making $10,000 a month, I've been out there. I would almost been obligated to, right? But we're making that a month. It's going to cost me at least probably more than $2,000 to get out there and back, and it's a big waste of money. It was and then we were told, we'll make the content, we'll make the money back with the content, and the content doesn't happen, man. Fuck that shit. I'm glad I didn't go. There's another thing too. The biggest reason that I didn't go out there, besides the money, which was already a deal closer, his girlfriend, who I like, is friends with Babs. Babs is the one that did all that crazy shit with fucking Salvo and what's her name? With Salvo and
I'm not really familiar.
Who's the other guy? The Mexican guy, Genie.
My brain is kind of fried right now.
Yeah, my brain is fucking Edwin.
Oh,
Edwin.
That whole thing.
I was there was never a day that I was going to be in a room with Babs. Period. Now, from what I understand, I talked to both those guys. They all they're fucking girlfriends. My wife is never getting involved in this part of my life. That's never happening. Also, I have an excuse because somebody's got to watch Tommy. But no, there was no way I was going anywhere near Babs. Babs sounded like a maniac, and not that I don't know that she would have done anything or accused me of anything, but I don't think there was anything good about going over there. In fact, as soon as he got back, there was the controversy with everything. I just had a feeling like when everybody went out there, came back, like nothing but bad stuff would happen after that. And that's exactly what happened. Then I didn't go out there. It would be ridiculous. Now I understand it was sort of a family affair, talking to Wings and Boogie, but no, there's no way I was going to be anywhere near Babs in a million fucking years. Like that woman was nuts. You know, Babs is a BPT pick me icon. Yeah, I'm no, absolutely not. I mean, whatever happened, and I'm pretty sure she lied about both those guys. You know, and what she lied about was pretty fucking serious. So there's no.
What did she lie about?
Essentially, she hinted that they assaulted her sexually.
Oh, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah, and it didn't happen. And then she said, "Well, I didn't assault, but it was weird. But it was like it was destroying. It destroyed Edwin and destroyed Salvo. And Salvo went around and then he made it worse on himself. You know, but no, that was never happening ever in a million years. But I couldn't go out and say that because it's almost like I'd be spitting at his girlfriend, which who I had no issue with. But her friend, no, I don't want to be around her. I don't want to be around 20-year-old girls. Fucking anyway, I'm married. It's just it's the same reason like a ninja used to not, like he would never stream with a female because it made his wife crazy because people would make all sorts of like innuendo when they were streaming together. You know, like I don't need to be around 20-year-old. That's no.
You're not trying to pull.
Not without my wife.
20-year-old.
No, it's not. I'm not going to say Babs, but I just don't want to be somebody that accused somebody of something like that. And I was under the impression at the time that it was going to be like a party environment, which I don't want to be around either. I'm too old. You know, I mean, I have two kids. I'm going to be 48 in about a month, like a month and 2 weeks. I'll be 48. That part of my life is over. I don't drink like I used to. I know nobody believes that, but it's the truth. You know, Tommy sounded like DSP. Yeah, I'm old. This is what I do. You're absolutely right. All right, I'll talk to you later, Maxman. Thanks for calling.
All right, talk to you later, man. You're welcome.
Who next?
Next up is the taser.
The taser. Taser, shoot.
Yeah, I'm old.
You got to cut that stream out.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? Got to turn the stream off, man. I'm gonna hang up on you.
Next up is the taser.
Yo, what's up, Tommy?
Did you cut the
Taser,
stream yet?
You need to turn the stream off.
I don't know.
Okay.
Just.
My bad.
Come on.
All right. What's on your mind, man?
You got it. There we go.
Hey, I wanted to ask you. What do you think? Boogie was faking his I thought I turned it off. Did I turn it off?
Why don't you turn the damn thing off, man? I usually hang up on you.
He's trying. Give him.
My bad.
Is it off now?
All right.
Okay.
I have it paused. I think it's off now. Is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry about that, guys. So Tommy, I gotta ask you.
No worries.
What?
Go.
Is it off? Okay. Tommy, what's your thoughts on Boogie faking his abuse? I wanted to hear if you thought he faked it or not.
No, not touching that one. No, it's 10 football.
All right.
I'm not on LOLCOW anymore. I don't have to.
Got it.
Watch Bungie's video. I think it was interesting. That's my answer.
Got it. Thanks, man.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Nice one.
That was amazing.
Okay.
If I was doing my Tommy C like character extension, he would have been.
Yeah, you would have nuked him.
I am not in that
that
headspace. I didn't think it would be a good idea to.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Groovy Julius. His internet's been a bit iffy, so.
Give him a shot.
Yep. Unmute Groovy.
Hello.
Groovy Julius.
Hello.
Hello. Is my internet bad?
No, go.
Hopefully
Just
not.
answer the question.
You sound good so far.
Go.
Okay, cool. I know previously you said you didn't want to speak about Boogie faking his cancer, and I'm not really like coming in here to ask
What's
you
the question?
on that.
What's the question? Just answer the question.
It's really I just wanted to like think about what recently has happened with Boogie and then with you and like the hypocrisy.
I just want
of it all.
you to answer your question. Just answer. I don't want a statement. The answer because I got to get to other people.
Yeah.
Ask me a question.
I feel like they like faked Boogie's punishment. He wasn't actually punished with anything.
I don't know.
And
I don't
because
know.
Like with everything that happened, his punishments were he couldn't be a host of the show anymore, and he had to donate a certain amount of money to charity, and he had to get the face tattoo.
Yeah.
But the money he donated to charity, Keemstar just paid him back when he bought his stocks or whatever.
There's no such thing as stocks or shares.
Yeah. But like supposedly that they were saying that Keemstar gave him all that money and more back, right?
I have no idea.
So he basically just gave no money away. And then with the face tattoo, in 2 days, his beard grew in, and now
I gotta be honest with you. I don't know. Like, I don't believe a thing Boogie thinks, and I don't think I'm unreasonable to come to that conclusion. So I don't know if anything you're saying is true.
Yeah.
Not that you're lying to me.
Well,
like nothing. I can't comment because I don't know what's true. I honestly don't know what's true and what isn't. You know, I have no fucking idea.
What I was trying to like get at here was like every punishment he had just basically was reversed in like a day or two.
Probably, I guess. I mean, I know Keem didn't want to fire him. I know Keem didn't want to fire him because they were terrified that people would pull their memberships. So they just kind of did what they had to do until they got a good poll number because that's how Keem operates.
Yeah.
You know, that's basically it, you know?
And then now with your situation, it's like all you did was you didn't want to sign a paper that would probably be used against you in the future. You did a smart thing not wanting to sign it.
Yeah.
And then he kicks you off the show immediately. Sure. When Boogie did something that was
I'll be clear, I wanted to make it as difficult as possible for him to fucking get rid of me. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
You know, because he was in there fucking like, come on, Tommy, just walk away. We can walk away friends or some shit like that. Whatever. You know?
Yeah, no, this whole thing, I feel like Boogie did something that was objectively worse, but since you hurt Keemstar's pride and he's like an egotistical maniac, he's going to punish you way worse. Try to, at least. He's going to try to get at you way worse than he got at Boogie.
No, I've done this before with Baited, so it's not. I'm going to let them fucking roast me like I let them roast because I don't really care what anybody really says. It's all fucking entertainment to me, and they can say what they like. It doesn't really bother me anymore. I'm a hardened veteran in this. I think just about anything goes. And if they want to fucking bullshit or lie or maybe even point out something rotten about me that's true, I don't care. I care. Here's what I care about, you know, making the best content that I'm capable of. I'm not some kind of content genius. I'm not even the smartest Keem where I come up with a great idea like that, much less have like sort of the power to execute it. I want to be rewarded for the laughs I give. That's it. That's all I ever wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. This. I wanted a dumb fucking show, and I was really lucky I got one. You know, and with this, it was you know, the butter was on top, you know, and I think I did a pretty good job, and I think a lot of people agree with that, and that's all I could ask for.
Yeah, well, honestly, you were my favorite host. That's why I ended up subscribing to you here.
Oh, I appreciate that. Believe me,
I used to watch Baited, and I hated you on Baited. I despised you. But
I think a lot of people hated me on Baited because they thought I could do it better. I could do that.
It was on LOLCOW Live. It was like you're the only one there that's not like insufferable half the time.
Thank you.
So,
well, the idea is for them, in fairness to both of them, that's the job to be insufferable.
I suppose so, because the whole LOLCOW thing. But no, it's just unbearable to watch the episodes that don't have you. I've seen every episode of the show. Okay. I don't know why I'm like addicted to this garbage fire.
I think they'll continue. I think you'll still have stuff to watch. You know,
I don't want to.
Oh, well, okay.
I don't want to watch it. I don't like Keemstar. I don't want to watch the episodes with Keemstar and Boogie crying over stuff.
Yeah.
So I'd rather watch the episodes that had like Boogie crying over something and you telling him to just stop. Tell him to shut up or something. I don't know. I just the whole situation with Boogie doing something objectively worse than you and then getting off scot-free, and then they kind of like staged these fake punishments for him, and then like all of a sudden they're trying to like push you off the podcast.
Yeah,
is ridiculous to me. That's what I was trying to bring up. It's not really about Boogie faking cancer. It's the fact that he did something that's objectively worse than you not wanting to sign a paper that would probably be used to hurt you. And then he wasn't really punished for it. They kind of just faked a punishment over a few days.
We couldn't continue the show without Boogie. He knew that, and so did so did everybody else. It wasn't like an open secret.
Boogie kicked off the podcast because it's the LOLCOW podcast.
Yeah, of course.
It's just that he did something way worse, and his whole public humiliation thing lasted for like 2 days.
Well, maybe
you do something,
maybe this is why I'm not.
They're trying to kick you off.
It's
permanently.
all bullshit. That's all it is.
I just hate it.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. I don't like it. Anyway, that's all I had to say.
Take care. Bye bye.
All right, y'all have a good.
You too. Take care. What else we got yet?
Zoras, we still have some to go through. So
Zoras, go ahead. Zoros. Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, I'm an old fan, and I want to thank you for recommending E-Double.
Oh, thanks. Well, E-Double is kind enough to make his music public.
Yeah, your intros really cool.
Thank you.
And second of all, What's the point of the show?
What show?
LOLCOW, yeah?
Yeah. As far
What's
as I
a
know.
LOLCOW?
Oh, I can't explain all that stuff, buddy. I mean,
No.
an idiot on the internet. That's what a LOLCOW is. Somebody you milk for laughs.
Boogie is not a LOLCOW. He faked cancer.
That's pretty funny.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Absolutely.
It's funny, but
yes. Is it nice? No, it's a terrible thing to do, but it's funny because it's such a terrible thing to do. I can't believe I've explained this to you, sir.
No. Can Kim still try him?
I'm sure he's going to try.
He's trying to.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to milk him some more. Yeah, he's a LOLCOW.
And show will die.
I don't know. Keem's pretty fucking crafty in this department.
What about Baited?
I have no idea, man. I have no why. What about it? All right, Zoros.
I'm an all-time viewer.
Oh, I don't. It ended 8 years ago.
No, sorry, man, but that show was cool.
I feel like I killed you in DayZ or something, you know. And you're mad at me. Did I get you in DayZ?
No. Sorry. It's all cool.
Yeah, it's all good.
Just saying, he can keep this up.
Yeah, he can.
It's gonna dry up.
Well, maybe I don't know. Okay, well, that's your opinion. I'm not. Because anything's going to be interpreted as me wishing ill will, and I don't want to wish ill will on anyone. All right, I'll talk to you later, Zoros. Take care.
Okay, thanks, man.
Bye-bye. Oh boy, it seems like it's getting bigger.
It is. I've stopped posting the Discord thing now, so this should hopefully be the last. Next is Nicholas.
I think I'm done. We're almost 33
No,
hours.
we got to push through them all. We are pushing through them all, Tommy. We'll get through the callers. I'll stop noting now.
Who's
okay,
next?
so anybody who
next?
joins.
Who's next?
Nicholas. We can do it. We can do it.
Nicholas, go.
All right. So I have a simple question. Okay.
Go ahead.
Simple question. Where's Clown, and when are you going on TBH? That's all I want to know.
I don't think I'll ever be invited there because Pyro doesn't like me.
Oh.
He actually had a pretty good reason not to like me.
Well, I just want to know, like, where's Clown in all this, man? Like, I
have
feel
no idea.
like we're missing a key character in this.
Yeah, well, that's called the Baited podcast. It ended 8 years. Well, for me, it ended 8 years ago. You know?
Well, I know because you've had some pretty crazy guests on here. You know, I don't know why he wouldn't want to be on here and give his side because I saw him in the chat of one of the prior streams.
Who?
So I don't know.
Clown?
Yeah, I saw a Clown in the LOLCOW chat.
Okay. Yeah, probably because he's interested in the Boogie case. Yeah.
He definitely watches.
I know he watches. He's like a friend of mine. I know he watches.
So I think that you should try to go on TBH.
I don't think that's going to happen for the reasons I told you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it could be resolved because honestly, I think you're a good host. Okay?
Thank you.
I know some people.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to replace Pyro. He'll switch places with me. How do you think of that?
Yeah. You keep people interested, so that would be the good thing to do.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. Well, I got to get to the calls. Bye bye.
Next up is Agathar.
Agathar, go.
Mm-hmm.
What the?
I'm sorry.
What was that?
I forgot.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna do a quick questions that I have.
Question.
Earlier,
Pick the best one.
Was like hesitant about firing Boogie, and the poll was never actually honored. So in the chats, like the private chats, was he actually serious about firing Boogie?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Because it seemed to be it seemed to me that he wanted to like convince the audience. You know, he has a "we can do this" attitude that we had to keep him, and I think he succeeded. So I don't think nobody wanted to fire him, but he was worried about like sabotaging and keeping him on because Boogie was at the time, and I think he just kind of like with all the tricks and the punishments repaired his image enough to be able to continue to do the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then my last question is, are you concerned that you will not be paid for like the streams you were gone for?
Yes, but it's none of your business.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, man. Have a good
Talk
day.
to you later. Take care. Who's next?
All right, next up is Lieutenant Iron, but it's like LT Iron.
LT Iron.
He's up at the top. Yep, there you
go. LT Iron, go.
Hey mate. Just wanted to clarify something. You said earlier that you told them you wanted time off. Did you tell them how long that was going to be?
Yes. Give them the dates and everything.
Because they seem to be repeatedly saying that they don't know when you're coming back, and you're.
I don't know. I've been. It's funny. I've done 2 streams since I've been back. I've done 2 streams. I was back. I said this probably in a question earlier. We had a meeting. I was home on Thursday. We agreed to start doing LOLCOW on Tuesday. I made plans based on that agreement, and then the Saturday they all panicked when Keem said that's not good enough, and then the stream happened, and I said I can't do Saturday, and all of a sudden that stream went up yesterday. That's what happened. I'm not on vacation. I've been home since Tuesday.
Yeah, that whole last stream they did last night, they kept saying it though. They kept saying they don't know when you're back.
They're full of shit. I've done 2 streams in this
really
house. Yeah, they're full of shit. Yes, I've been home. I've done 2 streams. You know, I mean, and she can. Jenny can recognize it as back because we were all watching football together and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been back. I've done 2 streams.
I can vouch.
Yeah. I worked Thursday and Friday. You know, so there you go.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was just their bullshit.
Yeah, it's so much bullshit. I don't know when he comes back. I don't know what to. I'm back now. Let's have a meeting, but I want to record it because I don't want anybody saying I quit. That there they knew I was back. You know, I don't think they wanted me to call in.
Yeah, I'm guessing they did.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye.
Later, mate.
Take care, buddy. Next, Core.
All right, we had somebody reappear really quickly, so it's Prod by Waka.
Okay. Prod by Waka. I'm almost done, Core.
We can do it. Oh, okay. Well, next up then is the teetotaler. The teetotaler.
The teetotaler. You're on the air. Teetotaler, sir. You're on.
Bruh. Okay.
All right.
He just left.
All
Okay.
right,
Next up, Master Skywalker.
Master Skywalker, you're on the air. Yeah,
Hold on, let me mute the stream.
I would appreciate that.
Sorry. Anyway, I was just gonna say I really enjoyed your time on LOLCOW Live.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And one of the most underrated Tommy moments for me, in my opinion, is when you yelled at Grace Thorpe and you were like, "You fucking bimbo! You fucking bimbo!"
I'm glad you like that.
And you were fucking like ragging on Cyrex, being like, "You didn't learn your lesson from Marty." But
I'm glad you like that one.
And like a lot of people were like, "I heard it when Tommy yells," but you were funny because you just didn't take any shit, and I guess that's why
I think I was under the impression that's why I was there. that's what I was under the. But I'm really glad you joined. I really appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah. I was real sad when they cut the Sunday show. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Have a good one.
Take care. Yeah, the thing is, like, we may have got the views on the Sunday show they wanted, but a lot of people really liked it. You know.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed that.
I'm never gonna have to do it fucking again. Probably could see. I cannot wait to redo my schedule. That is the thing. Who's next?
NBSZN.
Down to last 3. NBSZN, go.
Come on.
NBSZN,
NBSZN, come on.
NBSZN, yeah. I fell asleep just like I wanted to.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Sup OGs.
Sup OGs. You're on. You know what these guys might be? They might have left a long time ago or just went to sleep or something.
Well, they haven't. Some of these have joined like quite recently because I've been monitoring.
Sup OGs, you're on.
Hey man. I don't have any questions. I just wanted to say it's sad to see you go off LOLCOW, man. I really enjoyed you.
It's not that sad, and I'll be around. I have an internet presence besides LOLCOW, and everything's going to be just fucking fine.
Yeah, I subbed to you over here, so I'll be watching over here.
Appreciate that. Man. I really do. I appreciate all the growth that I got from LOLCOW and all you guys. I do. So that's all I really can say about that. I hope I can keep you laughing. All right.
Oh yeah.
I'll get in my own hijinks. I've done it before.
There you
I'll
go.
do it again. Talk to you later. Take care.
See ya.
Monsieur Ella
Well,
will
I'll
be
give
the second
Tito
last
one.
one. If you want to give Tito, yeah.
Yeah,
give
my
him another try.
Montesira Ella, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello. How are you doing?
Doing good. I got a quick question for you.
Sure.
Will he always be a gem?
What? Who?
Will he be a gem? Cobson, the son of Nate?
Am I missing something here?
I don't know.
Cobson's the son of Nate. You've ever heard of Cobson?
No. I can't
The
say
son
I-
of Nate?
No.
Nate H?
No. I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. You sound absolutely insane.
Just know that Cobson will always be a gem.
I will. I'll take that to heart. You have a good
All
one.
right, take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. Whoa. Teetotaler, go.
I just want to ask, like, kind of like about the moralizing of like the boogie faking cancer stuff, because
Yeah.
like, I know it's like people are like, but it's cancer, but is it really any different than any other lie that he's told?
No.
It's all victimization.
That's
you know?
why I see it. Like, who cares?
It's the same. It's like
I think if
like, you have to
anybody,
fire him.
if Wings wants to bitch about it, if that's really true that he missed out on a kid because of stuff, he has every right to be. You have every look. Let me put it this way. Everybody, you have every right to be angry at Boogie for faking cancer. You can go on about it. You can protest on it. You could be sincerely fucking disturbed by the whole thing. I'm not going to tell you any different. Where I fucking stop is like, you can't make me feel that way. I'm sorry. Like, I know every YouTuber just can't wait to get the chance to say, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. I'm not that guy. I just like, sometimes I'm like, I'm glad he did it because it's fucking funny. And because that's what I'm in this for. That's what I just want to do what's funny. I don't like moralizing. I've done it before. I've done it before because you could take like a bunch of shit that I've done like the last 8 years and you could put it, but I got sick of it somewhere along the line. And you know what really knocked it out for me is the constant pedo allegations. It made everything no fun to me, and now I don't care about any buddy's transgressions other than to make fun of them. That's
Yeah, but that's why like I think like you're like the best host on like Baited and LOLCOW is because like without you, LOLCOW is just like two fat guys complaining, and without you, Baited is just like Keem and Clown like moralizing about like internet bullcrap, you know?
Yeah, well that was a good. Yeah, maybe. Them two arguing is epic. I got to be honest with you. I'm not their chemistry is like bar none some of the best podcast stuff I've ever seen. You know, like that's
Like,
Joe Rogan included. You know,
If you ever have like an argument, like a third party enters and you're trying to prove something to the third party, it kind of changes the dynamic, you know?
yeah, that's true. Maybe it's just it was never going to work with Keem on there and me. It just we're too similar in some aspects of our personality. So I don't know. I gave it my best. I'm trying to cut these all. Teetotaler, thanks so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, JFA. What do you want? What do you want?
Hey, Tommy. Well, there really isn't much that could be said at this point. I did want to ask, did this experience kind of sully your need to do another podcast? Are you going to do it?
No, I'm going to do whatever fucking makes money. Or whatever's funny. Or whatever's good. Nothing sullies me. I'm not sullied at all. I've been through the ringer, dude. I am probably the most jaded YouTuber you'll ever have. Nothing fucking really bothers me. I don't care.
Jaded but funny. But funny.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, let me ask you this then. How does this float your boat there? How about a podcast with Edwin, Salvo Pancakes?
Okay, bye.
And...
Bye.
Braden,
before Golly?
Mhm.
Braden, go.
Yep.
Hey,
what's up?
5 seconds. I just want to say the show you did with Dick Masterson was really
Thank
funny.
you. I
You
love
should do
that
more
show.
with them.
I definitely want to, for sure. I love that. That was some of my favorite. Because me and him are on the same sort of, we're probably closer in age. We're on the same wavelength. You know, but Dick's a lot funnier than me. He's a professional. I get the feeling Dick kind of trained in Hollywood to do what he does. I never did. I wasn't like Vito and Dick and just moved out there to make it happen. Like I missed that whole thing, but I think it does kind of sharpen your skills, and I'm super proud of that. I had so much fun. You know, I love Dick. He's so funny. You know, I wish I was that funny. I think I'd make more money. You know. Talk to you later, Braden.
All right, take it easy.
Take care. I love that episode. One of my favorites of all time.
Yeah. that's
Gally,
good.
last caller.
Yeah, last call. Because Core keeps posting it in fucking chat.
Shut up, Core. What do you got, man? Galley, thanks for the subs, by the way. Go ahead. Galley. I'm gonna let
he
you
left.
go.
We're done.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, he left. We're good.
All those donation, like all those donate, like I didn't get any Streamlabs. It was all on YouTube. Oh well, yeah, a lot of because most people on LOLCOW donate. Oh, geez, this can't be right, can it? I guess all of them were super berries. I guess so.
Maybe super chat.
I'll read them anyway. A lot of subs though. 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Keemstar tips. This all could have been avoided if you came to my 4th of July party. I was planning on proposing to you if you had settled my child pride Brittany. Fuck you, Tommy Callan. We could have been happy. That's $15, Keemstar. Cal 12 times 10. There was always 3 LOLCOWs on the show, and you never one of them. Thanks so much. Keffels, Keem and his daughters do coke, kilos of coke. Thanks for the intel. I have my next target, Keffels. Thanks, Keffel. Good luck. Final Flash became a $10 Patreon, so he'll be read off every time now. Reynold Hughes, I'm still catching up with the rest of the stream. I figured I'd donate my LOLCOW membership. Thanks so much. I do appreciate it. We have some subs. Eslav number 1. I don't think all of them are counted because I think I got along. This is the ones that are just read by Eslav number 1. All around 1. 7-Eleven. Ninjitsu A. Gilf. Christopher Stevens, Kimitsu Gilf, whatever, and I don't know.
It's GLHF.
I don't know.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun. Good luck, have fun to you too. Christopher Stevenson, thanks so much for the sub. Grumpy Failure, Stebby, and C. Smith. I think I got a lot more than that, but I think that's the only one that they read.
Yeah, they've just loaded in a bit. They just got to loaded in.
Just loaded, yeah.
That's where he loaded in.
All right, let me see.
Luke Young, Charlotte, and Chenny Chung.
Thanks so much. All right, let's go to the other thingamabobber. Oh, dude, I switched account.
Yeah, because you were trying to promote Glory Hunters like a couple of hours ago. Because we had another 3-hour stream.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! Give me something to stream for, you know. Oh no, they tagged my John P. No, you see that? No, it was green forever. I'm submitting a request. I think that was a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was. I'm surprised that went for that long. Somebody must have reported it.
I'm surprised that they haven't done there's been no update.
Complexity, good show. Thank you so much, Complexity. $50. Appreciate it. This is what's really going on. Let's see. Oh no, I got to go to here. I got to go to here. I got to go to here, and let's read. We got a lot to read. Actually,
yes,
yeah, this is reasonable. Morrow Crab, Tommy, Tommy, $19, or excuse me, 20. Tommy, you have better things to do to waste your time with that idiot. It's not worth your time. Keem and Boogie are impossible to work with. The show proves that. Keem never listens to anyone and complains that the show is dying. Thanks so much, Marto. KC, £5. You can improve. Can you improve your production value? Audio is currently coming out of both ears.
We gotta step it up. Yeah.
20 from. I guess if you walk from LOLCOW, my membership walks and goes here. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one to discover you through the podcast. You're the funniest dude there. Thanks so much, Model Dro. Stu K, he donated. Funny LOLCOW invaded last longer than Catch 33. Yeah, that was a good point. I knew it would last longer this time around. I knew because I knew how to surf, but the wave had to come to an end, and I fell off. Toad Tired, Wings Juniors would have wanted you to have this, and it's a little hard. Sorry, Wings Junior. K Huck, love you, Tommy. That's $10 right there. Toad Tired wrote us for $7, by the way. Lucas donated 50, long-time voter. It feels very a full court, honestly. With the end of the baited, it was successful because it was your livelihood opposed to more of a hobby. Whatever happens this time around, the ball's in your court. It's quite pathetic. Yeah, it was
poetic.
Poetic.
Not pathetic.
I thought
poetic.
Poetic. All right.
Poetic.
I had to get a fucking English teacher for my producer. Go ahead.
I also just want to step in. Galley just said that. I just wanted to say the nice Celtic talk, mate. He couldn't get his mic to work.
Thank you.
So
Kilmarnock 4-0. There you go. Chill Force. Props to sticking up for yourself. We all trust your take on this. Thanks. Latchkey Goth Boy. Screw that hippie. $5. Thanks so much. Liam gave me £1 British pound. Thanks so much. John Lowe, the show will fall apart about you. I mean, you're lucky the last time Keem will throw anyone on the bus for money. How scripted is the drama, by the way? It's not that scripted. I think Keem's just nuts, and it just looks like it's scripted. YouTube is censoring my content. $5. Tommy, could you please pull up the tweet saying you're fired? The comments have your back, and you should read them out loud. No, because like a lot of people think I was going to go point for point. I didn't think it was really necessary.
Shut the point, bitch.
I know how you guys feel, and I appreciate it. I really do. I really appreciate it, and that's where I'm going to leave it. You know, I'm not going to wish even on Keem. I'm not wishing. I don't care. I know what I'm doing. I like if you told me to come back tomorrow, I probably would. So I'd be total. If I was sitting there and cry about it, I'm like, it's my job to make people laugh and collect. That's it. You know, no other YouTuber is going to tell you that. They're going to say, "Oh, I would do this if there was no money," and you couldn't. You couldn't justify this kind of time. You know, like, yeah, I like doing this the way I'm doing it. I'm very, very fortunate, even that I'm not like rich or anything. Hard Rock Gaming, thanks to the entertainment over there, Tommy. You definitely need to be missed when it continues. Okay, that's great. Jimmy 101, F Boogie, F Keemstar, F Wings. So keep being based, true, and honest. I'm not gonna say F Wings, because I really like Wings. You know, but yeah, the other two, fuck. Biggest blunder, take my money. Tommy Seaman. Gross. So that's biggest blunder. Jimmy 101, Hard Rock Gaming. I just mentioned all them. Simon Joe, $50. They shot themselves in the foot. They would have patients running through the psych ward. Yeah, it's not the first time. Keem shot himself in the foot a couple times, and at least twice with me. Jimmy 101. But look, I don't need them to fail for me to be satisfied. I don't care that much. I wouldn't care if they were great. And another 5, just stick it to them. So keep being on being you, Tommy. I'll do my best. It's the only thing I know. $4, Jim the Crackle, money. Jimmy 101, hashtag I stand with Tommy C. Thanks so much. $2, Kid Booger. Did Tommy leave Keem's podcast? No, I got fired. Master Sigma, $50. You the man, Tommy. No, you the man, Master Sigma. Lord Rush, big ups, Tommy. $50. Appreciate it. QTH's Hood Ornament. Who in the right mind would sign an open MDA? Keem is insane for thinking anyone with more than 2 brain cells to rub together would actually sign. I always found it funny that when he said I was lying, that he just didn't release the fucking thing. And then, do you know what Connor tried? He's like, he's calling you a liar. You have to give it to me now. I was like, that's my content, bitch.
Yeah, you played the voice now.
Are you nuts? Are you nuts? It's my content, bitch. Let's see if I'll play that thing again. Hi, it's Magma. Thanks so much. Magma.
Magma. No, magma.
Magma.
There you go.
Magma.
No.
Where the fuck is this? I don't know. It's 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hold on.
That's my content, bitch.
There you go.
Okay, buddy.
That's my content, bitch. Keemstar would be the kind of pirate who started thinking his crew was planning a mutiny and make him walk the plank. Yeah, kinda. Socket Monster 5. Tommy got out before he's forced to get a tattoo of his cigarette in his forehead and redeem himself for the audience. Yeah, Lucas, this whole show feels like those times in school when the teacher shows up late and nobody's in charge until they arrive. Yeah, Lucas, kinda. Sack Trop, why didn't you come to the 4th of July party, Tommy? I'm such a good guy, Keemstar. And as $4, they're going to have an update theme, the song you want to with a wannabe German. Yeah, I love that AI song. I thought it was great. Anymore, LOLCOW pod, miss you, Tommy. All right, and that's Mike the Bike, $5. I think the best episode prior to the Cancer Saga was a Cyrex episode. You killed it. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that one too. It's kind of a lot. I liked that one, and I liked the one where his brother was on. I thought that was good too. But some people didn't like that because I guess it got mildly political because of COVID. But whatever. Favorite Wave Fun. You should definitely strive to be like Tommy. He's an ass to his friends on stream, but behind their back, he has only nice things to say. 100% respect. Vaporwave, thanks so much. Rusky Dusky, £10. How can Keem fire you if he owns an equal share of the business? Somebody sent me. I don't like. Sent me the. I see. I don't know if it's real or not. Ken sent it,
bitch. But
I haven't. I'm gonna pull a Keemstar. My news team hasn't been able to verify the shit. But I'll read. He said, "I don't say he's lying. I got to be clear. Technically, what Tommy said about me owning the show is correct, but the only reason he was mentioned on the show is because the Warrens kept leaking the financials on the show. That's why we need an NDA. Well, the NDA is illegal anyway because you can't make people talk about their shit. So you don't need an NDA. You've been lying to people on their shares, and that's not the kind of content I do. Core rapid fire calls. Tommy Callie, 2 pounds. Nice Celtic top. Yeah. I got McGregor on the back, by the way, too. Captain. Complexity. Good show, Tommy. And that's it. Oh, I already have it played. If you are a $10 Patreon, you get read off on the. Didn't I just fucking put this together? Oh, there it is. Oatbag, Mexon, Abby Blackbird, Ashley B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Everborn, Final Flash, Latchkey Gothboy, Little Man, Lee Nesquick, You're Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Pung, Reynolds Hughes, Taylor D. He'll be read off. And you also can, for the after shows, we have after shows after Shot from the Point. Just make sure you sync your Discord with Patreon, Twitch. I don't really do Twitch much anymore. Probably should because I need
YouTube membership,
YouTube membership,
and then also Discord.
And they're fun
if you do Nitro
They're
Boost.
Fun. Reynolds Hughes, Taylor D, Tommy C's Cat, Trippy Savage, Irish, Jeannie Pilkington. Is there somebody up there that just? I feel like somebody else came in there.
I think there were 2 of them that that were new.
Was it Final Flash came back or something? I forgot.
Might be.
I don't know. I forget what it was. It was a new one. Well, it'll be read off next time because maybe it just didn't propagate over here. Bill and Bones, Everborn, Latchkey Gothboy, Panic Pun, Not Your Typical Mom, Taylor D. Yeah, I feel like I missed somebody. It's like maybe it hasn't propagated yet or some shit like that. Like somebody became a new Painful Pledged, Not Your Typical Mom, Patreon. No, it's not in here. Oh, Final Flash came back. That's it. Bang. There you go. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. 3 hours and 16 minutes. Like, my last thing to say, for everybody that's left, I know a lot of you really love the show, and I could never sit there and be obviously this honest when I was on the show. And don't think for a second that I don't know how much that show means to you. I felt it with Beta, and I definitely felt it with you. If this disappoints you in some way, I'm sorry. I really am. But I can only play it the way I play it. I really did my best. In fairness to Boogie and Wings, we never really missed a week. There were some problems getting stuff up and stuff like that. We were always fucking there. I only missed a few streams in the beginning. And both those guys were dedicated and motivated to bring their best. And I'm not going to ever take that away from either Wings or Boogie. I think the problems with management, I think he's a great character. I think he's a tremendous YouTuber, but he's just a terrible manager. He shouldn't be managing people. And I knew that getting into it, so I really can't bitch. I don't think it's really possible for him to keep a podcast together. It's just not in his... Look, we all have stuff in our arsenal, what we're good at. And he's not good at managing podcasts. He is a good YouTuber, and that's good because it's one-on-one. Once it goes beyond that, I mean, you ask his new teams member, people that work for him, there's always some kind of blow up. So I think it's just the way it goes. I've been through it for it. Who knows? Maybe he'll do it again. There you go. You can hear me say once, I'll never work with that guy again. Take care, everybody. Have one. GG, and good night.